are we gonna do now?
Don't worry, Ashley. Everything's going to be all right.
And with that, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're tuned in to Trash and Treasure, the 2021 TNT Awards. Let's get some fucking very light ambient music going while we all process what we just saw. What's the chat doing? We started a touch early because the raid came in. It's like, well, listen, we can't just let a raid watch the intro channel. Let's get it going. What do we got? We got, my body is ready, says Zex. Everyone's laughing. Creating Rem Lazar. Zex properly identifies. That's suspect. Kagone writes, what is happening? Zex replies, magic. Tech Beatnik, thank you for coming, says 10 out of 10 would raid again. Plaid says the greatest hero of our time. It really is. It's debatable too. It's only debatable because of fucking, when I put my logo on his chest, and then I see him do that slow hug, and then it goes past the shoulders, his hands goes down to the hips, and you're like, whoa, Rem Lazar. But yes, thank you everyone. As I said before, you're tuned in for the 2021 edition of the TNT Awards. That is where we go back and we rate every game we played in every game we streamed in 2021. All right, so specific. We have actually a surprising amount of holdovers from the previous TNT Awards. As you can see, what's that? 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games out of roughly 45 games this year have already been ranked the year previous. So it might not be that long of a TNT Awards. That said, let's dive right in. Myth Revan Redeems clean it up. It's the TNT Awards, baby. There's nothing to be salty about. But 5 minutes just in case. Will someone monitor that somewhere? All right, I see 717. All right, that's a lot of games. It was, but last year, remember last year? Last year we had 58 games to review. So and most of them were new. I think there was only 2 holdovers last year. So this time around, there being like 45 with 13 or something being. It's fine. We'll get through this, no problem. I don't think. I think this will be good. So. With that said, I mean, is everyone ready? Are we all ready to just jump right in? Huh? That's what I'm thinking. What we'll do then is we'll start by reviewing the games we already have ranked. If any of them change, because sometimes they do. Sometimes they do change. So let's start. Of course. Aye, Captain. I like it. I can't hear you. You know, we're writing text. It's not about here. I don't got my glasses, kids. Let's do this. Look, everyone's ready. I'm ready. We're all excited. Here we go now. So we start off. Let's go bottom up. Let's go bottom up. Sonic 2006. Does it stay a D rank? Fuck no. I did one of the last streams, second last stream of the year. I did Sonic 2006. I said, listen, we're right at the end. We're apparently, lad, we're right at the end. Let's just finish it. No. Guess what? I was at that bad boy for fucking 6 hours almost. It didn't finish. And so it will be dropping now. Oh. Here we go. Sorry, I'm doing this in OBS, which is challenging because of layers. Yes, so Sonic 2006, it will be dropping. Does it drop to an E? Zexios has already wrote it. He says, I bet that's dropping to an F. F is some pretty heavy shit. What do we have? I should bring up last year's results just so we have something to compare to. Because what was rated F last year? Here we go. TNT Awards, the 2020 edition. Rated F games are Jersey Devil, Urusei Yatsura Alumna Wedding Bell, Bubsy 3D, fuck, that should almost be worse than F, Clock Tower, which fucking stunk, and Swagman. F is some pretty heavy shit. F is some dirty shit. I cannot find fucking my OBS. Here we go. E for everyone, says Lad. I think it is going to be an E. I stand by my choice. I'm sure you do. I think it's going to be an E because there is. But then again, it's hard because I'm so biased. I had such a bad time. But no, it's an F. I can't even. I'm sitting here like trying to come on, F already? No, it's a fucking F. There was just too much wrong with it, and then they start the last half of that game. Would you play Bubsy 3D or Sonic? Would you rather, says Zex, play Bubsy 3D or Sonic again? I mean, context. If let's say someone paid me, hey, here's $500, stream one of the two, I'd probably would go Bubsy 3D just because at least it's known to be bad. Sonic was just appalling. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword. It can stay a D. It is what it is. It's not any worse. It's not any better. It's D. And there's your answer. It's definitely an F. Sonic is an F. We're not going back. Sonic's an F. I would be shocked if someone can create an argument to sell me on Sonic being better than an F at this point, because it was pretty bad at the end there. Tetris 99. By the way, is the music too loud? Let me know if the music's too loud. I don't want it to be. I want it to be there to fill the silence, but at the same time, it's me. Volume level seems fine. Perfect. Tech says, I would argue G rank for that for Sonic. yeah. Let's stretch it out. Stretch it out. Love the Ape Escape music. I just chose literally just selected a bunch of random music I already had downloaded from video games. So there's going to be a lot of Ape Escape, probably a lot of Spyro, maybe a little Twisted Metal in there, some Ridge Racer Type 4 is in there. So there's going to be a mix, but probably a lot of Spyro and Ape Escape. Tetris 99, I don't even remember playing it this past year, but apparently I did. It can stay a C. Demon Souls. Ooh, Demon Souls. I wanted to like Demon Souls a lot more, but this most recent time I played it. But it almost gets bonus points because its whole gimmick is to be hard. Hard's not fun, but if you're gonna be hard, it's hard, right? C. What was in C last year? I think C was C's got tons of shit. Fucking Zelda's in C. Fucking Pokemon Emerald's in C. League of Legends is in C. It can stay in C as far as I think. Kagone says, I think once you get a good build, it becomes very fun. That could be. You just recently completed it, right? And Zex obviously loves that game. I would agree C for Demon Souls, honestly, was my least favorite of all the Souls games. It just I don't know, something about it. C is fine. Is it a D worth? No, only because it's known for, like, it's meant to be hard, so you don't take away. Like, there's games that are hard, but it's fine. But, like, a game that's just meant, you know, the fine line between a hard game because it's challenging and a hard game because it's meant to be hard? You know that difference? Anyway, it's fine. C is C. One Chambara Z2KS. I don't fucking remember streaming that either this year. But it turns out we actually beat that fucking game this year, so that's kick-ass. I'm going to do something dangerous. Here. Wait. What's chat? Chat's still, like, on that Demon Souls train. I don't want to skip, because last year, I said this last year, 4 of the fucking 56-odd games were successfully changed from my rating based on the arguments of viewers. So I'm willing to listen to anyone's shit here. Zexia says it's just a super unpolished Dark Souls, which is understandable. That's fair. It can be what it can be. Speaking of nothing, there's nothing related between these two games. One Chambara and Demon Souls, other than being Japanese, have nothing related to each other. But that said, One Chambara Z2KS, I want to move up to B. It's a simple game. It's a stupid game, but it knows it. Just like with Demon Souls, how it gets a boost because it intentionally was that way. One Chambara might get a boost because it intentionally was stupid. You know? Flame says, that face when I just got here. Holy shit, Flames, you pretty much made it just at the start. We've reviewed 4 games. We're on the 5th. And this is only part 1 of 2. Fantastic news. You missed your chance to defend Sonic and Pokemon, though. Make of that what you will. What did we do for B last year? B has such games as Diablo, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mario Kart 64, World of Tanks, Bloody Roar 2, Daytona USA, a bunch of other ones. I don't know. That's a pretty good ranking. I think I'm defending neither, as you shouldn't. I think One Chambara might just stay where it's at, although it's very, very close to a B. It's very close to a B. Zexios had the right argument as far as replayability goes. That's the best kind of summary of what I'm doing here. S being super replayable, F being not as. Those B games you just listed are quite good. Yeah, B is pretty fucking good. I think it's just gonna miss out, but it really had a chance. Twisted Metal 2. It's not an S. It's not a fucking S, but it's not a B either. Simple as that. It's not an S. It's not a B. It can stay A. Fallout New Vegas. I had not a great time with Fallout New Vegas when we streamed it this year. But I think I'm going to blame that more on how I was playing the game, because I've played it in my personal time. Had tons of fun with it. Of course, anyone who's played Fallout New Vegas is never going to say it's an S-rank game. Not going to happen. No way. So I think it can stay. It can stay where it is. Now, Deception 4. How are you playing it? On stream or on stream? Of course, my thing was like, I'm gonna kill everyone. I killed whatever the fucking talking robot, I forgot his name was, the very first one who stalks the whole game. I killed him every time I came across him. I killed every single Caesar Legionnaire, every single NPR, anyone who got in my way. I was the Grim Reaper. So I made it hard for myself that way. And then, unfortunately, the game kind of like glitched out into that, where it would never let me out. Because you know how you can earn your way back out? It wouldn't let me. I got stuck in a hole. What are you going to do? I would rank New Vegas as an S. There's a lot about New Vegas I like. In fact, I've never played any of the other Fallout games because I don't really give a fuck about the Fallout nature of Fallout. The post-nuclear shit is indifferent to me. I like the cowboy shit. New Vegas has a cowboy thing with tech sort of feel to it, and that's why I like New Vegas so much. I've never played another Fallout because I don't think I would like another Fallout ever, unless you're including I played Fallout for the fucking ZX Spectrum. Does anyone remember that? I played that for an hour and I said, wow, war has changed, hasn't it? And I fucking left. It just works, says lad. Oh, lad. But no, last year I made a huge mistake. I said Deception 4, the Nightmare Princess. I said, yep, that's what we played, all right. That's not what we played. We played, the game I had was called Nightmare Princess, but it had the original Deception 4 on it, and we were playing that. And so there's 2 Deception 4s. So let's re-rank Deception 4 Blood Ties. That was the one with the silver-haired lady and her 3 friends trying to bring back the devil back to life. That said, as much as I just made a big deal about it, Blood Ties, that Deception 4, it's an A for me. It's an A for me. Now that might be foreshadowing for Deception 4, the Nightmare Princess, which we'll get to in a bit, because it was never rated last year. That's going to be a little different. You know? Flame says, comparing between all the Fallout games I've played, I actually like New Vegas the best. I just like the themes of it. Yeah, okay, the graphics are fucking awful, and it's broken to all shit, but I can get around it. If anyone's going to get around that, I can get around that. I just love the themes. I love the cowboy shit. If you can get rid of all the tech and robots and just build like a nice open world RPG of cowboy, I would play it. I'd probably love it too. What are you going to do? We apparently played Final Fantasy VIII. I believe Final Fantasy VIII we also beat this year. Does it move up to an S? No. Now that I've beat it, especially recently, the flaws really stand out in it. Now, I almost wonder, because it started off as an S. The very first TNT Awards, it was an S. TNT Awards 2020, it dropped to an A. TNT Awards 2021, does it drop to a fucking B? Does it drop to a B? And I'm just by like a fucking pussy hair, I think it stays an A. But it really, just like how One Chan Bar almost made it to B, Final Fantasy almost made it to B, but not quite. There's still enough there that I like where it is replayable. I'm replaying it now already at work. I have it on my PSP. You know, it's been so snowy, the weather's been so terrible that when there's nothing to do, I just fucking play it. Like, so it'll stay. It'll stay. Is everyone agreeing with me so far? I hope I'm not moving too fast. I'm just so excited to get into this. Plus, these games we've seen before. It's the new games that tend to slow it down. You know? Let me know if anyone has any like critiques as we move forward here, that I'm moving too fast or speaking something. Anyway, I want this to be enjoyable for everyone. So next we have no arguments here. All right, good. Soul Calibur 3. Lots of games I haven't seen or heard of, let alone seen you play. Well, fair enough. Soul Calibur 3, it's good. It's good. It's not perfect. But then the argument becomes, do you rate something worse because it's older? Like, it never had a chance to be as good as some newer games, right? That's where it's tricky, especially when I've played shit as new as, like this year, I've played stuff as new as 2021. Literally came out this year, and I think the oldest game I played was 1980 something. Like, that's hard to compare those two. So I think Soul Calibur 3 is fine at A, but there are better Soul Caliburs now. You know, does that make sense? Like Soul Calibur, what does it go? 3, 4, I think 4. Yeah. The very next one actually was the best, because that's when they introduced stats to your build. You know, so you change your actual speed and stuff. So that's the best one. 5 was awful. anyone who played 5, I feel sorry for you. And 6 is good. I have it. I played it for like 4 or 5 days, and then I stopped playing it. I haven't got back to it. Shame on me. So yeah, so Soul Calibur Stay. Here we go. We're in the S ranks now, and then we can start moving on to new games. I'll feel a little more relaxed. Right now, I'm just kind of like, they've seen this. It's predictable. Helltaker. So we beat Helltaker in 2020, and it was great. I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a fun little indie game. The soundtrack kicked ass. It was fun. It was challenging. Everything. 2021, for the 1-year anniversary, they released DLC, and I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see how they expanded upon it. And they expanded upon it in the worst way. It was not. I didn't like what they did with it. Some of it I get, even though I don't like, I get. But actually, for the most part, I was like, no, I think they missed the mark on this one. So it is going to drop to an A. No offense to the team who made it. It's still an amazing game. It's still an amazing game. I recommend everyone to play. It's free. It's free on Steam. Soundtrack kicks ass. Unfortunately, it's not an S rank. It's not an S rank. Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic. Everyone's sitting here looking at Ape Escape and Digimon. They know those are two of my favorite games. Are they going to get any less than an S rank? No. Ape Escape is one of the best fucking made games ever. Digimon is one of the worst made games ever. But in a way that I like. Was that before or after I asked you about it? That was literally the same stream that you got turned on to it, that you tried it yourself. Was that DLC? Those are going to budge. No, those you might as well fucking weld those into place. Those are S rank. If I make a rank above S, you might have an argument for Ape Escape. I wouldn't move Digimon. Digimon, let's be realistic, is only holding S because of fucking nostalgia, right? Because of me. Like, if I was rating this game for other people's consumption, there'd be a lot of asterisks after that S. But Ape Escape's a great game. It's far superior to Digimon, as far as I'm concerned. So with that all said, that was what we did last year. That's what updated from last year. Now we move into some new games. Is everyone ready for this? Let me take a sip of drinky drink. We've already been talking for like fucking 20 minutes here. Let me take a little sip of drinky drink. I'm shocked it's been 20 minutes already. Yeah, for sec for a reason. Ape Escape I would recommend to anyone. Digimon, I'm shocked people aren't willing to give it a shot, and then at the same time when they do give it a shot, I'm shocked as well. What are you gonna do? Such is the nature of fucking Digimon. First game. Sorry. First game. Here we go. First game on the docket is. Boy, I can't make that out. No, I'm kidding. It is 51 Clubhouse Games Worldwide Collection. The world's shittiest name for a fucking video game for the Nintendo Switch. Flame says, I'm willing to give it a shot. Still on a backlog, though. I still maintain, I think Arethius wants it too, even though he's not willing to participate. Make of that what you fucking will. A Digimon tournament in Ion. I would only need 8 people to just try it once, and it would work. It would work no problem. I'll work on that project forever. It'll happen. Wasn't this the casino MMO thing on Switch? No, this was the one where it's all the board games. It's literally 51 board games from around the world that you can play up to 4 players on Switch. The one you're thinking of is called like Three Kings Casino or some shit. We never played that one on stream. But we did play this one on stream, and it was fine. It was fine. It's nothing special. Is it going to be a BA or S? No. Is it going to be a DE or F? No. This is the definition of a C rank game. I try and rate my stuff based on how it plays, the soundtrack, and visuals and story I kind of combine into one, because you don't need both. Both is great, but you don't need both. if the visuals are amazing, it's like porn, you know. If it's good to look at, you don't need that much story, right? But vice versa, if it's hideous to look at, you better have some story with you. So those are like kind of the three I rank it out of. That said, there's no story to this. It's just gameplay, and it's like good gameplay, but it's not amazing, revolutionary. It's C. It's C. We don't even need a debate. I'll be shocked if anyone wants to fucking argue that one. Power to you. I'll listen. But it is what it is, man. There's some great games. There's some shit games. So let's hopefully get an exciting one going here. All right, here we go. We fucking hyped this one up before, and it's here now. It is Deception 4: The Nightmare Princess. The actual Deception 4: The Nightmare Princess, not what we thought it was, which was actually Blood Ties. Deception 4: The Nightmare Princess, gameplay-wise, plays exactly like Blood Ties. Makes sense. Music is exactly like Blood Ties. It makes sense. The difference is this: the story and the way the story game plays. So in Blood Ties, remember, you had waves of enemies, and every time you beat a section, you'd move on in the story, right? In this one, you were given a level with challenges, like a skill tree that you had to navigate through. And it was cool to see they brought back characters from previous Deception games. That was cool. But just that progression of you got to do very intricate challenges to move forward, it's going to get knocked on. So I say, unfortunately, Deception 4: The Nightmare Princess, the actual Nightmare Princess, is a B. It is the first B of 2021. I wonder if we'll get an E. I wonder if we can fill this fucking board. I wonder. All right. Everyone looks to be agreeing with me on that one. It's funny, too. I actually loved both Deceptions. I thought they were great games. Viewers did not. And I'm not even talking to you guys. People were not coming in. And then on YouTube, when I used to upload the replays to YouTube. I don't do that anymore. My stream replays. When I'd upload the replays to YouTube, they'd get fucking downvoted. Like, what the fuck is going on? Even the highlights that I still have up on YouTube from Deception got fucking downvoted. You can't see it now because YouTube decided to get rid of downvotes in 2021. But yeah, like, fucking people really didn't like Deception for some reason. You know? Jesus Christ. This is another one that probably no one fucking remembers. It's Digimon Story. Sorry, there's Digimon World, Digimon Adventure, Digimon. There's different Digimon tiered games. Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth. As far as Cyber Sleuth goes, Myth. There you go. As far as so, once again, you look at the three. Music, blase. The music was fucking whatever. It was appropriate, but it was also like, it sounded like some fucking corporate music track. Better than World in every way. Holy shit, Myth. You might as well turn off the stream now. You're about to be very disappointed in a couple seconds as I explain why this game fucking disappointed. Lad's calling for B. It sounded like some fucking corporate music you hear in like in a Don't Rape Your Coworkers VHS. It really fucking stinks. Like that poppy boop 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 boop. Like, fuck off. Visuals. There was two different cinematic styles that would show up throughout the game. The one half, the animation style, like the animated stuff, was top tier. It was like, wow, that looks fucking good. On the other hand, a lot of the character models and shit, and like because they did it like visual novel style, like cutscenes where it would just be two people and text, fucking stunk. It really was awkward. It was like the same 5 facial expressions, and it fucking blew. So visuals suck. Gameplay though, the fighting was all right. It was nice to do 3v3, although there wasn't enough going on. I felt something about the battles didn't feel right. They didn't feel like depthful enough. And either you were powerful enough to win, or you weren't. It didn't feel like you had any sort of. It felt more like a gamble. I don't know how to describe it. And then there was so much fucking back and forth fetch quest type shit. And like the same 8 areas you'd visit all the time. Run there. Holy shit, someone's on the phone. You gotta run back to the cafe. So as cool as it was to see all the Digimon in the game, there was something like 570 Digimon in the game, and as cool as like the farming idea and the raising idea was, so much missed the mark. So it's not going to be an S. It's not going to be an A. It's not going to be a B. It can settle in at C. Although I will say it's a good C. It's a good C. I don't know. A little more and it could have been a B, but it's just going to be a C, unfortunately. I didn't see you play this one. Not many did. That's part of the problem, too. Is that I played it, and guess what? Not a whole lot of people remember me fucking playing it. There was not a whole lot of people there for that one. You know? What can you do? What can you do? Such is the nature of Digimon, unfortunately. Digimon's a ripoff of Pokemon. No, it's not. It's 2 different things completely. Fucking Digimon's just Tamagotchi. Digimon is literally Tamagotchi, yes. It is made by the same company. It was the boys' version of Tamagotchi. What's your point? People have terrible arguments for hating Digimon. If you hate it, just hate it. But don't fucking try and like come up with a reason to hate it. Speaking of hate, let's go to for the PS4. Girls und Panzer Dream Tank. Was it battle or match? I don't remember. Clumsy name. Girls and Panzer Dream Tank match. Does anyone know the Girls and Panzer series? Because that's going to be a big thing. You're talking like story and graphics and whatnot. It's all based on that. So if you like that, you're going to like it. If you don't like that, you're not going to like it. As it just so happens, I love Girls and Panzer. As you can see right there is Yukari Akiyama, who is the loader for the Ura anglerfish team right there. That's her carrying a shell. And then where is my... Okay, yeah. And then these Blu-rays right here are all Girls and Panzer, the TV show, Girls and Panzer, the OVA series, Girls and Panzer Das Finale Part 1 and 2, Girls and Panzer Der Film, oh yeah, and Girls and Panzer, the real Anzio battle. So, like I said, I'm going to like the story and art a lot, obviously. The reason I'm leaning, too, is I got a new mic. Anyone see it? See that mic in there? No? So in case anyone's wondering, oh, God, he's tipping. It's because I like leaning into the mic. Sorry for bumping the mic there, by the way. Yeah. So, yeah, as far as gameplay-wise goes, though, I like World of Tanks a lot. This is not World of Tanks, but this is like a speedy version. We were talking with Kagone just yesterday there. He's like, World of Tanks is too slow. If you want a fast tank battle game, this is your game for you. And the soundtrack is, once again, it's just music from the movie and the TV show. So it's you started out, you think you either start at like one of the 3 check, but we'll start at C. Does it go to B? I say it goes to B. Does it go to A? Does it go to A? I think it does. For one reason that's gonna sound so fucking nerdy, as if pointing out all this shit wasn't nerdy, is that the fact you can take all the members from the show and the tanks from the show and just build your own teams and shit and customize the tanks. I love a good customization game. Hence why we were playing Crossout yesterday for fucking 6 hours. I love customization games. So it gets an A. It'll never be an S. There's not enough going on for it to be an S. If the game was double the length, maybe I'd go S. But no. And it's just the story from their film. So maybe if it had an original story, I'd even have a chance. But A is fine. Lad says, because you like girls, don't you? You caught my dirty secret. Don't expose me on stream, lad. Kagone, is there an option to just use pre-built teams and customize nothing? Yes, there is too. because they'll just give you the tanks from the show with the crews that were already in them from the show. But if you want, you can customize some shit. You know, paint jobs. There's not much customization. It's just paint jobs and, like I said, replacing the crew, because each crew member has their own stats and abilities and blah blah blah. Like I said, you're either into it or you're not into it. Simple as that. Sounds like there's something for both of us. If you want, I mean, I don't have my replays no more. I'll show you some gameplay sometime, and you can decide. I hate the idea of you like buying something based on my recommendation, and then being like, this game fucking stinks. I'm like, no, don't say that. Why are the women don't belong in a tank? No, Kagon, no. What type of tank is this? Oh, it's called a kitchen. No, Kagon. Getting dangerous. What do we got next? Oh yeah, Gran Turismo Sport, which was a shockingly popular stream. People actually seem to like. Damn it, I couldn't type fast. Yeah, exactly, we're both button heads on that one. Thank God I got the mic. Gran Turismo Sport does the online racing aspect perfectly. And it does everything else in the game is shit. You know, like the driving is great and the online racing aspect is great. The single player sucks. The car selection sucks. The customization of the cars is all right. The music is fucking pretty shit for a Gran Turismo game. There's a couple good songs, but for the most part, it's pretty shit. So I love Gran Turismo too, but it's not gonna get an S. It's not gonna get an A. It's not gonna get a B. It's gonna get a C. It's gonna be C. It does one thing really well, and everything else shit. Now I heard Gran Turismo 7 was announced coming down the pipe here, and they say they're gonna like fix everything. I don't believe it. But we'll see. I'll probably buy it because I was still gonna give it a shot, but it's losing me. If we're ready, we'll just move on. We're flying through here. We're fucking flying through this. Next, here's another game probably no one fucking remembers me playing. King of Fighters 99. I don't remember which version I played though. Whatever version that cover is, that is the version I played. There's like 3 different versions of King of Fighters 99. But yeah, I like King of Fighters a lot. I don't know the characters very well. Haha, King of Fighters. What is that a reaction? What? Do you not like King of Fighters? You're not into King of Fighters? Does the name make you laugh? Oh, neat. Oh, neat. Yes. Lad's catchphrase, apparently. No, I like King of Fighters a lot. I like a lot of fighting games, even though I don't stream them hardly ever. And I like the characters in this. It was what it was, though. It wasn't anything impressive. The music was what it was. It was just what it was. Is it going to be a B? No. Is it going to be a D? No. I think purely just for averageness. Because once again, you think of it kind of replayability scale. It was a C. Yeah. You know? It's not purely replayability because I would probably never play Helltaker again. But I beat it already. Unless they make a new one, it's over. But more or less, that's the best way of thinking of it. And it was an average. It was good. But it wasn't special in any way. It could just be a C. You know? Alright. Alright, here we go. Well, just seeing what's going on here. Left 4 Dead 2. Now, we did this one. It was me, Arethius, Zexios, and Dracana. Played Left 4 Dead 2. We did it at the end of Halloween. I thought I would like Left 4 Dead 2 a lot more than I liked Left 4 Dead 2. It does what it does great. That was very recent. 2-3 months ago. It happened just recently. I thought I would like it a lot more than I did. I'm not really into that zombie shit, which is funny considering One Chambara. Yeah, I did not have a good time playing that. No. No. There was that whole I don't. There's not anyone to. It's not anyone's. You got to be delicate here. I'm about to be very delicate. It was not anyone's fault or nothing. I think that crew, what it was. It just wasn't that fun of a game. The zombies felt like just bullet sponges. It'd be one thing if you're fighting a horde. Like when I think of good zombie games, funny enough, I think a Time Splitter's Future Perfect because you could fight zombies now. They have a zombie level. You can play it multiplayer, and when you shoot one, you can play in the settings. But for the most part, it's going down. Even at full health, it takes like 3 shots, but it's going down. In fucking Left 4 Dead, there'd be like a swarm where you're like, awesome, I'm gonna start mowing them down. And no, you would just sit there shooting, and you could sit there shooting one guy, and he's not even really flinching or anything. He's just kind of like, for like 30 shots. You're like, this is dumb. It doesn't feel good. All of you are pretty much zombie fodder. Yes. B for Back 4 Blood. Oh lad, what a deep cut. No, See, last year we had one of the games that was successfully argued for raising its level was Zelda. Zelda got raised, what was it, from a D to a C. Zelda got raised. And the argument was that even though I don't like it, it's super fucking important to blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever the wording was, it was very, very well worded. Even if I don't like Left 4 Dead 2, it is one of those games that's just a game, like a standard. It's a standard. Any game that gets copied by other games. But boy, did it suck. Boy, was it. There was parts that were kind of all right. I like the idea of it. So Lad's saying B, Flair's saying D, Zex is saying C. It's not going to be a B. It's not going to be a B. Kagon's saying B. It's not going to be a B. No fucking way. No fucking way. Like personally, Myth is saying D, Lad's saying C. Personally, I want to rate it like a low D. Was it because Arethius wasn't pulling his weight? I don't remember what Arethius was doing. I know towards the end, Arethius really was just kind of feeding. he was feeding. Quick FF. Trash and Ori were slow as fuck. Well, this is the problem. Did I not fucking enjoy it because we were playing with 2 people who had Zex and Drake, who knew the game, so they were just flying. Meanwhile, I was so interested in the world. I was seeing posters and shit. I was drinking it in. Like I said, I like story. And so how much of it was based on that? So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Probably playing with a controller. What the fuck am I going to play with a fucking... No. Yeah, obviously I'm playing with a controller. Jesus Christ. Kagon, get your head out of your ass. Actually, I don't even know if I was. I don't even know if I was. No, I was playing with controller. I remember the 6 asses was fucked up. Yeah. It gets a C. We'll put it as C. I give it the benefit of the doubt. I know Ori was. Yeah, I was playing with a controller too. I was. Is everyone salty about that I got C? I'm sure there's a lot of people who wanted it higher, a lot of people who wanted it lower. It should be a D, but I'm going to say it was just that one-time deal. Maybe in different circumstances, it would be the C that I think it might be. Who knows? Let's move on to a good game, finally. Been a lot of fucking fun. Actually, I can't say that. Girls and Panzer was great. Metal Gear Solid. I fucking dare you. I don't even have to say anything. Art-wise, story-wise, soundtrack-wise. I don't even have to say jack and shit. It's going S, baby. That's one of the greatest games ever fucking made. A or B, Zex is selling it short. Flair says it is the TNT Awards. It sure is. Kagon says you can't really look at stuff in Left 4 Dead because the enemies keep spawning. MGS is an S forever. Absolutely. Oh, S for sure. Exactly. It's fucking Metal Gear Solid is one of the most perfect games. What's that? There's a saying. I forget which Beach Boys song it was. It's I know it in my head, but I can't remember. Something God Green. Anyway, Paul McCartney said that he would trade all of his Beatles songs and all his shit just to be able to say he wrote that song. And I think it would be the same thing for any game developer. Fucking, if I made like Deception 4, you can throw Deception 4 out and pretend I never made it. If I can say I made Metal Gear Solid, it's one of the most perfectest fucking little games. 8 hours of just boom. Great sound, great fucking story, amazing fucking story. Anyway, that's enough about sucking Metal Gear Solid's dick, because boy did it fall off in Metal Gear Solid 2, huh? Metal Gear Solid 2 is the only Metal Gear Solid I've never finished because I'm like, boring. It fucking stinks. Maybe I'll stream it just because it's so fucking not my shit. It goes off the rails. Oh, 2 stinks. 3 is fucking great. I love 3. 4 is necessary. 5 did stuff good, but it starts becoming like, this isn't a fucking Metal Gear Solid. You know? MGS2 is okay. No. 5 had no story. 5 had good story. It just it didn't match the genre of what the other games were doing. They never should have had Kiefer in that role. No. I get it now. Once you beat it and you realize, oh, okay, that's why he had a different voice. Was because he wasn't Snake. Okay, sure. But fuck you. And actually, that doesn't explain why his voice was different in the prologue. What was the name of the prologue? I forgot. What was the name of the prologue? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But that doesn't explain that. So, interesting. Ground Zeroes. Yeah. Because that should have been David Hayter in Ground Zeroes. And then it should have changed afterwards. But maybe that was too obvious. I don't know. Kojima was fired because it was completed. Before it was completed. Yeah. Because you can... If anyone has the game, you can actually still go access some of the areas that were built and never finished. You know, you got to finagle a bit, like climb some rocks, you know, play around with the horse a bit. But you can get to there. There's like a whole kind of like big office building in Afghanistan level, hidden behind some rocks. But like, there's a lot of shit cut, you know, still left in there. But I love Peace Walker too. Peace Walker's a pretty great little game. Yeah, the controls handle like shit because it's a PSP game, but it's pretty good. I have it for the PSP and the PS3. I got the Metal Gear Solid fucking HD collection or whatever, right? And it came for the PS3 as well. It's pretty good. What's next? Oh shit, Monster Rancher. Remember for a while there? Man, I can't believe that. I was thinking like 2021 went so fast. It was such a fast year. At the same time, Monster Rancher feels ages ago. You know? I went on a kick. Excuse me. Holy shit. I got hiccups all of a sudden. Talking about Metal Gear Solid activated my hiccup gland. Monster Rancher, you think like, oh, is it going to be up there with Digimon? No. I like what it did, but Digimon's got a little more going on. Is it an A rank? No. Is it a B rank? All right. No. It was the first in the series. I remember talking about it, but nothing else. No, it was the first in the series, right? And so there was a lot of shit that was imperfect, so to speak. A lot of ideas that were just not fleshed out. I heard number 2 fixed all those, so number 2 could be an A or B. I feel it's going to be a C. We always get this every year. C is always such a huge category for us. It's kind of like the dump all. Like, you got to be kind of... C is average. D to F is like flawed. B to S is like good. On a varying scale. I hear Spyro music. Do you? What? Which song? Oh, Dark Passage. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's the meh category. It really is. It's like that. You didn't stand out, good or bad. You know. But yeah. So I heard number 2 is great though. So and I heard number 2. Well, both 1 and 2 are being re-released for Switch this year. I think coming up. So I'll probably get that, give it a shot. I hope they make it online. I doubt it, but it would be amazing if they made it online now. Oh, I'd fucking love that. Ooh. Oof. Cue the Minecraft ouch music. Pathologic 2. Shit. Let's break it down. We got 3 categories, right? Story and art. They made the art better. Not to say I like the art. They made it better, but they made it better in a way where I'm like, you're losing me. You know? There was really some good visuals though. There really was. But overall the art was what it was. Story-wise, they overcomplicated it, I feel. The first game's story was completely shit till like the last 5 minutes, and then you're like, oh, and then if you beat the game completely, like 100% the game, like beat it 3 times with 3 different characters, they give you a new story nugget that makes the whole thing one of the, not the best written, but one of the most interesting written games ever. Number 2, all they did was reference number 1 and then kind of redo everything again, and I feel they lost some of the magic a bit by being so referential and trying to be. But I get it, you couldn't do the same surprise ending a second time, so you're losing some points there. Soundtrack wise, it's good. I wouldn't download it, but it's appropriate. It's appropriate as fuck. It's a lot of like drumming and humming, but like eerie and sickening feeling. Like it's meant to make you uncomfortable. So the music is perfect for it. And then the actual gameplay wise, the first one's gameplay was shit. The second one was only slightly better. Granted, I only made it to like the 3rd day of 7. You know, I only made it like halfway into the game before I got into a spot where I could no longer beat the game. Such as Russian games are, you know, they made it so, yeah, you could just lose. You could just have to restart all over, and that's where we got, unfortunately. We got fucked. That said, it's so fucking different. So you're thinking like right now, oh God, it's a C. No. It's so Trash is a big fan of Russian games. Russian games are great for me and what I do because they're weird, they're different, and that's really about it. You know, they're willing to do shit differently. Their art's always fucking interesting for the most part, right? Like a lot of great Russian games. Stalker, Russian is great. Crossout, fucking great. Pathologic, great is a weird word. There's probably a synonym for great that better fits it, but it's impressive. Trash loves Russia. Well, ever since they hacked my computer, you know, good for them, I guess. Good for the Kremlin or whatever. Who the fuck is Putin? What is his actual rate? He's just a president, right? He's not nothing. But no, Pathologic, it's a B. It's different. It's weird. It's interesting. I'd recommend everyone should probably play it because I think it's that sort of good. But it's not A material. Like I'll play Pathologic 2 again, just not on stream. It was a very, very bad game for streaming because there's so much dialogue, and every line of dialogue is meant to be a riddle and meant to trick you off the path because there's like 4 different storylines, and they made it intentionally hard enough where you're never going to get all done. You'll be lucky to get 1 done in the 7 days they give you, right? So it's just brutally hard. So much going on. Awful game to stream. And the viewership showed for it too. I think I streamed it 3 times, and who here remembers it? You know, fucking. But no, it was a good game. I'm glad I bought it. And like I said, I will play it again. Scary as all fuck too. Oh, the amount of fucking jump scares we had in that game. Fuck. Not even jump scares, because it wouldn't be like and then me going it'd be like me just kind of like looking around, and when I spin back to the right, there's a character there that wasn't there before, just standing there staring at me, and I'd be like, holy fuck. You know? Get that shit out of here. Yeah, it was a good game. But so B, it gets a B. It's fair. I don't know. I don't think there's a couple games here I feel like weird about, like Left 4 Dead being in C. Something's like eating at me about that. Same thing too with Monster Rancher. Actually, something's like, but Pathologic being a B just feels right. So an automatic D for me. You. I don't know. Did you see it at all? There's something about it that's just it's good. Like I like horror stuff. I just don't like it. Like you know what my favorite hobby is? I hate playing horror games, like Silent Hill and shit like that. But I love reading them. I love reading the plot synopsis, like the breakdown, because it's great. The story is always so rich and the characters are always so well. It's just actually being in the situation, being scared, I don't like. I'm the same way with horror movies. I'll go and I'll like read the plot and go, yeah, that's really good. But then to actually watch them, oh no, I couldn't possibly. No, but it's a horror game, so it's off to a bad start. Fair enough, yeah. Well, it's not really a horror game. It's a Russian game, so it's just naturally horrifying and psychologically damaging. But it is meant to be more of a survival adventure game. Fucking weirdly enough, like legit, I'm not even making it up. I think the tags for it, I'll tell you right now. Here we go. Pathologic 2. What are the game tags for it? Store page. Overwhelmingly positive is the reviews. It is a story-rich, atmospheric, choices matter RPG, and I think Google has it listed as psychological horror indie adventure. It's such a fun game. Such a fun idea for a game. I don't mind a horror movie, but a game where you have to make the characters move forward is what kills me. Movies, the story just happens. Nah, movies even, I can't do it. Anything, like seeing horror fucks me up. Reading horror and using my own imagination so I don't not overexpose, what's the word? Like just over sensory, whatever the word is. I can take it in doses. My imagination can feed it to me on a level where I can handle it. Movies and games and shit scare the shit out of me. I'm more likely to play games than a movie, actually. Because at least I know it's a game. Something about a movie, my brain just turns off and I just believe it. Overstimulate. It doesn't seem right, does it? Overstimulate. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe that is the word I'm thinking. It just doesn't feel right. It's like looking at a word. You know, sometimes you look at a word like Fiji. And you're like, that's not how you spell Fiji. Fiji. Maybe that is how you spell Fiji. Sensory overload. Yeah. I think that's more what I'm thinking. I'm thinking more of sensory. Like I can drip it to me on a level that doesn't kill me. Pokemon Stadium. Remember how hard this was? We did this for the 2021 Ion Game Challenge. Pokemon, definitely an F. I like Lad. I like Lad a lot. You like Pokemon. You can't spell Pokemon without fucking F. I could go and everyone's like, fuck Pokemon. Well, let's start. What do we got for reference? Like, the only other Pokemon game we have here is Pokemon Sword. I do think Pokemon Stadium is better than Pokemon Sword. See it bump it up to a C. Right? It's fair. I'd put that shit in E or F after the game challenge. The game challenge was really bad, but then again, the game challenge is always the worst ones to rate because you're not playing them in a fun way. You're doing a challenge. You're playing not how you want to play. It's hard, so you gotta have those blinders on. You know, like fucking, you gotta, oh fuck, would I actually be enjoying this if I could just do what I want? Like if I could pick my own teams, I'd probably have tons of fun in Pokemon Stadium. Flame says for its time period, the graphics were decent. Yes, although they censored Nidoqueen grabbing her tits. Keep that in mind. Kagone's Sword is an by comparison. There's no fun way to play that game. I'm shocked actually at you guys digging in your heels so much because I'm getting ready to put Pokemon Stadium in a fucking B. I'm getting like legitimately I'm thinking Pokemon Stadium gets a fucking B. You think about it at the time, everyone loved fucking Pokemon. You can take your fucking characters from the game, port them in, you can have the hookup and play your Game Boy on the big screen. right? You had not only the gym battle thing and then different cups to go through, but now you got fucking like the mini game section. You know, this is all pre-competition, by the way. Huh? Wait. This seems like nostalgia. No, because I never owned Nintendo 64. I got my Nintendo 64. I bought at the age of 24. I wasn't playing fucking Pokemon by that time. I had a lot of nostalgia for that game until the game challenge. Kagone says B for bad. Zek says back in 1999, this game was the fucking shit. Exactly. And what did I say at the start? You can't compare old and new together. I've got games from 2021 on this list. I've got games from fucking 1986 on this list. They can't be compared equally. You gotta kind of compare them for their time periods, you know? And at the time, Pokemon Stadium was the shit. And playing it again, yeah, I had not a whole lot of fun playing it for Ion Game Challenge. But I could see myself having fun playing it normally. You know, get what I'm saying? This is the same argument why they say Mario 64 is bad. Mario 64 is bad. Mario 64 sucks dick. Flame says, if we're doing this with all the N64 games, then I would agree it would be a B. But now C or D would be better. Mario 64 is amazing. No, it's not. Yeah, but Mario 64 is still fun to play. No, it's not. I didn't fucking hate it like Stadium. No, if you played it again for Ion Game Challenge, if you had to play Mario 64 again, you'd fucking hate it. The Ion Game Challenge, listen, the only game I think I've had fun playing on Ion Game Challenge, like true fun playing, was Digimon World. And that's because I was dunking on you motherfuckers, right? But fucking Ion Game Challenge makes every fucking game hard and just stressful. Most stars in 2 hours. Let's do it next year. If you want to participate, you're free to put up a game. I'll fucking hate your guts for making me play fucking Mario 64 again, but I can't stop you. I just replayed Super Mario 64 like a year ago. It's fun as hell. No, it wasn't. The game fucking stinks. You're fucking falling through edges. The hit. How can you fucking say Shadow the Hedgehog, oh, it's got terrible hit detection, your character just fucking does whatever it wants to do, when in Mario 64 it has terrible fucking hit detection and your character does whatever the fuck he wants? I'm on a fucking wooden gondola at the Penguin fucking world and I'm going back up, right? And I get to the top and I jump. Oh, you didn't jump high enough, so you're gonna fall straight down. And guess what? Even though Mario's character is fucking 4 pixels fat, because there's a 1 pixel gap, you're gonna fucking fall through it. Cause fuck you. That's not fun. That's not fucking fun at all. Mario 64 fucking stinks. I argued with someone, I forget who I argued with. They were talking about the music, right? And I'll concede this fact. There's like 4 or 5 songs that are catchy, and the rest of that fucking shit sounds like shit. That game was fucking revolutionary. It don't matter what the fuck it was. It matters what the fuck it is. You know? It's nostalgia. Holy shit, chat's moving too quick. I gotta use my phone now for chat. Sorry, let's do it next year, says Kagone, as far as Mario 64. You did this to yourself. I don't give a fuck. You can bring it on. I'm just gonna be whatever. Not even Looney Tunes? As far as what? Being fun in 2 hours? No. Not even Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes was really... you talking about like hit detection and shit? I love the fact in Looney Tunes you can roll through shit. Like roll is faster than walk, right? And you can roll through enemies. But if there's a curb on the ground, like a regular street curb, you can't roll over that. I can roll over Elmer Fudd, but I can't... If I hit a curb, I stop, and then there's like an animation. Oh, fucking taff. I got a fucking headache. And you're like, come on. I'm under a fucking time limit. Fuck that game. And the audio was cracking up and shit. Here we go. The chat is just fucking flying now. Super Mario 64 did this last year when we actually rated it. It wasn't even on the chalk this year. I just not even Looney Tunes. One's for the N64. Oh, I lost it. And the other's for GameCube. Are you talking like Looney Tunes? You have to respect what it did at the time. No, and I do. That's how come it's not rated E or F. I think. I'll tell you right now. Because this is the thing you're not remembering. That was one of the games that was successfully argued upwards. Here we go. I wanted to give Mario 64 an F. This was in the 2019 TNT Awards. It was successfully argued all the fucking way up to an E rank where I still like, ugh. He will never understand us. Was being the key word. Every single time we end up arguing about it. I know, I don't get it. I don't get the love attached to it. I really don't. So Stadium is a D. Thank goodness they are not fighting about Riddler trophies. Someone watched the podcast. Those are just bad. Let's just get off the topic. Anyway. No, what this is what I'm saying. Like, it's funny. What we're doing is we took the same arguments we're saying for Mario 64. We took and did for Pokemon. Like, you guys are arguing like, oh well, fucking, it's this, and you got to think of it at the time. Okay, well I'm thinking about Pokemon at the time. You can't. It's a shit game nowadays. You guys need to pick one. This is the problem with Mario 64. Pick an argument then. Pick an argument and stick to it. Right? Mario 64 nowadays, because I never played it as a kid. I'll admit it. That's my fault. I was a Sony kid. What are you going to do? Mario 64 nowadays fucking stinks. It fucking stinks. Parts of it, and this is me being fair, because I like to talk shit, but parts of me are being fair, right? Parts of it fucking rock. What's the first level? The super easy fucking level where you just go up the hill sort of thing. Demonstrates so perfectly how good it feels when the game is working right. When you're double hopping and skipping over bridges and gaps and shit, and you're just sliding around, it rules. It feels good. And then, like, 2 levels later, you're stuck in a giant lake. With fucking can't do shit. You swim through a giant lake and get out the other end, and there's like an electric treasure chest that you punch 4 times and you're done. And you're like, oh, okay. Or you get to the lava level, and now you're not jumping, and it's not smooth. Now it's jarred out. It's the same reason why Sonic fucking stinks. When Sonic is running fast and you're jumping and comboing and kicking ass, it fucking feels so good. And then the moment you fucking, like, all of a sudden you gotta stop and you're hitting stuff and you gotta go back and, you don't have enough speed and all this, it stinks. Like the 3D stinks because the momentum's gone. Sly Cooper. We have a bunch of Sly Cooper here. I'm gonna tell you the argument right now for what's gonna happen to it. When it's kicking ass, when it's feeling really good and shit, and you're jumping, you're chaining, you're sliding, it feels great. Then you get to the jungle level where everything's spread out, so you just gotta I jump onto a building, I jump off, I gotta run to the other building, climb it up slowly, jump. It fucking stinks. And Mario 64, so much of it, you lose your momentum. It's not built smoothly, and so it fucking stinks. Does that make sense? That's probably the most clearest way I've tried to explain it. I'm saying Mario was good then and now. No. 64? No. What lava level are you talking about? The one in the basement is super fluid. Probably the one in the basement. The one with the fucking what are they called? Bob-ombs. No, they weren't Bob-ombs. They were like bully bombs or some shit. And then there was like the big bully bomb. And it was just fucking, it was just not fluid at all, man. You'll just end up arguing about it again anyways. I don't agree, but continue. It's just fucking, it was what it was. It just was what it was. Like, there's parts of it. That's the thing. Take a bad game. What's a bad game here? Like, look, we just did Pathologic. Pathologic, you play at a certain level, and it never gets much better, so you never feel Uncanny Valley. Right? Mario, parts of it are so good, and so when you're playing at an average level that's below how good it can be, it gets frustrating. You're like, fuck, what the fuck is going on here? Does anyone get that? Does that make sense to anyone? Mario 64, shit. I should have started a timer to track how long we're talking about a game that is. It's not even on the fucking chart. That was from 2 years ago. It was on the chart, and it still fucking gets fights. Listen, you fuckers successfully argued for it back then to get a bump up in rating. What can you do? Like, I say a lot of shit to really get under people because I really don't get why people love it so much. In the end, do I actually think it's one of the worst games ever made? No. No, of course not. I've played the worst games ever made. I know bad games. Is it a great game? No, people overhype it too much. Can we be fair here? I'm being hyperbolic when I call it the worst game ever made, right? But you guys are being hyperbolic when you're saying it's the best game ever made. Can we agree on that? Let's agree on that. I'm waiting till we agree on that much, right? Super Mario 64, not the worst, not the best. That's what I'm looking for. Chat, up to you to agree. Not the worst, not the best. Let's go. Absolutely never said that was the best game ever. All right, we have someone agreeing. That's one person. Let's get like at least 2 more people to agree with me before we move on to whoever the fuck's next. Oh, and by the way, Pokemon's a fucking B. It's not a high B, it's a low B, but it's a B. I will say yes to move on, says Lad. I've never argued indifferently. Agree on what? Myth, if you're not listening, I can't help you. I can't help you. We got to move on. We got our quota for agreeers. Everyone just agreed with me that fucking Super Mario 64 sucks dick, and you're ridiculous for arguing otherwise. Anyway, moving on. Myth needs to catch up, start the argument over. Yeah, exactly. Holy shit, he missed the last half. Let's restart our bullet points. What's that? I can't even make up that. Oh, that's Pokemon Unite. That's Pokemon Unite. So I like starting off a game kind of where it's related to. We put League of Legends in C. So let's start in C and see if it goes up or C. If it goes up or C. Because Pokemon's down in D, right? Oh, and there's Pokemon in B. Wow. Unite is B. I will say D. So everyone's kind of feeling the middle. Like, it's not an amazing game. There's no fucking way it's an S or an A. It's not an E or a F. It didn't do anything bad. Oh, no, definitely. Zexi's like, hell nah. No B for me. Kagon's saying D, right? Zapdos is bad. Yeah, Zapdos, the whole Zapdos thing, fucking dumb. If League is a C, then it's a D. Wow, here's the problem is that I don't give 2 fucks about League either. The only reason I kind of like League is because of the people I play it with, right? If I'm playing that shit solo, it don't even matter if it's ARAMs. I'm not going to enjoy myself, right? In fact, there's something to be said about how Pokemon kept it simple. Now, granted, I haven't played Pokemon in a while. I've heard they've introduced a whole bunch of other ones too. You know, a whole bunch of new guys. Are you playing the Unite solo? I have. Just because, power level, grind my items and shit. So with that said, let's just leave it at a C. It does certain things better than League. It does certain things worse than League. In the end, it's just a dirty MOBA game, which I don't give a fuck about. So let's just put it in C. It's the most average of average. There are new Pokemon for sure, but no mechanics really. Fair enough. That's why I think it should go lower than League. Pokemon, all games D or E at best. I like that. Wait, that's a new name, isn't it? Where's the name here? Sorry, my eyes are shoot. Ben Loophole. Not Loophole either. Ben Loophole. Yeah, Ben. Are you saying that just because Digimon's rated so high? I am not a simpler equals worse. No, neither am I. Like I said, it does certain things better, certain things worse. In the end, it's the same. It's average. It can be C. I want some fucking depth with my games. If you were gonna say fucking you wanted some depth, you should be playing Pathologic too, and you're not. Shame on you, Zex. How do you not like Digimon then? Digimon's so Did you see the mathematical formula for digivolving your guys in Digimon World, Zex? Did you see that? That's depth, motherfucker. And luck, apparently, too. Myth says, I was more talking about Zex. Fair. Flame says, League is too complicated. It's one of the reasons why I don't play. No. Because a lot of the complicated shit in League is like because other players say so. In the end, I can take whatever player I actually want and do whatever the fuck I want. I know how the game works. I know how to win the game. right? But it's because if I did that, all of a sudden I got 4 fucking people, hey, yo, what, stay in your fucking lane, pinging me and all that. I don't need that shit. So it's the players that ruin League. If it wasn't for the players, if every game felt as good as playing with your friends, League would actually be fairly high. When I have a good game at League with everyone, when we were doing the League nights in Ion, it was great. We were having tons of fun. But that never happens. There's a lot of games where even when I'm playing with those guys, it's a shit game and I'm very fucking frustrated by the end of it. Simple does not mean without depth, bro. Spooktober as far as Pathologic 2, yeah. Don't even get me started on fucking Digimon again. Oh, Digimon's great. Digimon's great how complicated it is, how much math it throws on you, how much math it throws at you. Oh, I want to evolve my fucking what do we got here? Squirtle into fucking War Turtle. I just gotta level him up 15 times. Done. Meanwhile, Digimon. I would very much like my Goblimon to become an Ogremon. So I gotta make sure his strength are at 2,000. I'm gonna make sure he's won at least 45 matches. His fucking magic defense can't be like. Love it. Love it. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Ben. I didn't miss it. You get in that argument, you want to fucking argue. What is next? What is next? Yeah, so Pokemon Unite can be a C. It's a good C game. Next, Proteus. Remember when we played Proteus? That was actually shockingly good. That was a shockingly good stream. I didn't know what to expect going into that, and it was decent. It was decent. Now you think of the 3 categories I have: story art, music, gameplay feel. I hate the art. Oh shit! I hate the RPG elements are in all modern games today. I like RPGs, but there's a lot that are done wrong nowadays. Like, what's the best example of that is what was it? The H.P. Lovecraft ripoff game, Sinking City. Oh, Sinking City is an adventure RPG, and no, the way they did it was actually you had to build stats just to be not crippled. You don't get better. They start you off underpowered, and you just do it like, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing an RPG, you should be building up. You shouldn't be building into. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I remember you playing that one. That was just a fucking chill game. It was. The music was great. The story, I thought there was no story. And in the end, the story fucking hits you like a gut punch. You're like, oh, fuck. Oh, I remember getting goosebumps, man. When then, like, spoiler free, because it's a fucking 25-minute game. When we hit the end of the game, man, I fucking goosebumped up. I'm like, oh, wow. Wow. Everything was musical. There was no soundtrack. Everything was interactive and had instruments tied to it. So depending how you play the game, was the soundtrack. So I love that. As far as gameplay, though, it was... I know it's supposed to be a chill, artsy game, but even I was starting, like... Thank God the ending was so good, because I remember in the middle 10 minutes going like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on? That all sounds positive and all that. That said, it's gonna, I'm thinking fucking D. Because in the end, yeah, the ending was a twist. Like, it was it wasn't a twist. The ending was unexpected, but it wasn't fucking a great ending. It was just kind of like, oh, okay. The only cool thing was the fact that everything was instrumental. The music was great. Like I said, the gameplay was just walking around. That's my worst type of shit. The worst type of shit in the world is that. If I want to walk around aimlessly, I'll play fucking Monster Hunter World. And at least I can walk around aimlessly collecting mushrooms or fucking fighting monsters. Or I'll play Minecraft and I'll just build shit out of dirt. If I wanted to be aimless, there's a lot better ways to waste time. Proteus is probably a very... What other D games do we have? Fortnite was a D. Battletoads was a D. Fall Guys was a D. There's some good games in D. Super Mario 3 is apparently a D. Oh, Mario's gonna be a fucking SA game. Apparently not. Apparently you guys did not successfully argue that one, huh? Proteus can be a D. It's a very good D, but it is what it is. You can play Death Stranding if you like. I don't like walking around games. Hence why I never played Death Stranding. I don't care how good it is. Oh, you can see Norman Reedus' giant pecker. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, we can argue all we want, but it won't change your mind. Incorrect. Incorrect. We've already had what's this year 2 games. 2 games this year have already been argued for a different rating. That's just you dipping in and out. You're not paying attention. Last year we had 4 games. Their rating changed due to arguments. I'm willing to listen, but I'm not just gonna go, oh, you said something, I'm going to. No, you're gonna have to fucking actually convince me. So Proteus gets a D. I don't know. Are you thinking Proteus deserves more, Myth? Trash absolutely changes. Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's like, oh, you and your opinions, you always argue about stuff. Yeah, but I'll listen to others. Like, give me a fucking good argument and I'll listen to it. No one can give me a good argument most of the time. Now, there's times where absolutely. What just got changed? Like, a couple things just got changed here. Pokemon Unite just got changed. What else got changed? Pokemon Stadium, although in a way no one expected. Left 4 Dead was changed. We've done some shit. Death Stranding is a walking sim. Go figure. Yeah, no shit. Death Stranding is one of those games too where the art looks cool. I like the idea of like the ink whales. I've never played it, so I don't know. I'm just basing off the trailers, but like the ink whales and the ghosts and the skeleton soldiers with the umbilical cord. A lot of cool art. But then in the end, you're just like, oh, let me put on my backpack of boxes and walk. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Sword equals S. Oh, fuck that. Good luck arguing with that. That fucking game fucking stinks. It barely passes for anything. Let me give you an example. Pokemon Sword is a D-ranked game, right? Pokemon games I've rated higher are as follows. Pokemon Christmas, which was based on a gold as a ROM hack. Pokemon Emerald, which was better in my opinion. At least what I played of it. And there should be one other Pokemon game, but I'm not seeing it. So at least there's 2 better Pokemon games than Sword. Too late and entirely disagrees. Oh shit. He's just coming in to just stir the fucking pot. Wait a sec, guys. I think Pokemon Sword's pretty good. I can't wait for someone to come in and argue Sonic 06 deserves better. Emerald is near peak. I liked Emerald. I didn't hate it. I liked Emerald. I didn't know anything about the Pokemon in it, and some of the mechanics were different. One thing that was huge, though, was the music sucked in Emerald. At least what I heard of it. The music that I was exposed to fucking blew. I'm like, wow, Pokemon games never like amazing music, but it's always catchy at least. This fucking I thought my audio was glitching or something. Now Soup and I aren't playing Unite. We're joining in the argument. Good luck to you. Better put barbed wire in your gloves for this argument. Just got to Veteran 5 on Unite. Oh shit, sorry, the chat's so small. What was it here? Equals S because it's the only game I'm good at. Oh. We only really got to hear the Battle Factory music. Yeah, and it stuck. It sucked. The Battle Factory music sucked. The island that the Battle Factory's on music sucked. I was appalled how bad the music was in that. Speaking of appalling, it's Jak and Daxter. Or no, it's not Jak and Daxter. It's the other one. Ratchet and Clank. Sorry, they're interchangeable to me. Ratchet and Clank, up your arsenal. Shenmue started the walking sims off. Yeah, I can argue that. There's a couple other ones that predate Shenmue that were what's the Mizuno Falls? Has anyone seen Mizuno Falls for the PS1? It was fucking pretty walking sim. It was like a Twin Peaks type game. It was pretty good. But no, Shenmue is definitely what made it marketable. Fuck that game. ERF. Flaring says no opinion. Challenge ruined it. Yes, and exactly, Flames. Thank you. That's what we said earlier about Pokemon Stadium. The challenge makes everything worse. Jack and Daxter, up your asshole, says Lad. Halrude. Okay, Kagon says, I think this is a game that was better than the challenge gave us. I would say D or maybe even a C. Now, here we go. Let's start C, which is the average, and work our way. Is it better? No. And I don't blame the slowdown. I was getting some slowdown when playing it. I don't blame that. And the challenge, I can ignore that. And just, well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to judge story, but I'll be able to judge art, gameplay, soundtrack. The soundtrack was, once again, it was just lock, stock, corporate sounding shit. Nothing. Right? It must be D or lower. Story we can't rate. What's the other two? I always forget my categories. Gameplay, and what the fuck is the other one? We did music. Art. Okay. I don't like the art. I don't like that big, chunky... That's what I said, Jack and Daxter, almost, because it does blend in. It's that same kind of wacky-looking, half-cartoony, early 2000s look that I don't like. Thank God shit's moved away from that for the most part. Actually, I say that, but that's not true. A lot of games nowadays still use that cartoony shit. Look at Overwatch and all those hero shooter type games. Same shit. Fortnite is that same cartoony look. I hate that fucking shit. So already, we're not even done reviewing it. It's down to a D. Right? Gameplay wise, I like looter shooter type shit. I really do. There was not a whole lot of loot going on. This was just save up bits to buy shit for your gun. I'm fine with that. And then it was like 3D platformy type shit, which is like give or take. What's chat doing here? I don't want to get too far ahead. I will blame the challenge probably ruined this game, but that being said, I think D is a good spot for it. The characters also annoyed me, says X. Kagon says it has a metric of 91 based on 650. Wow. 65 critics. I don't like the Ratchet and Clank games. I farmed enough bits for 8 lifetimes after that challenge. It really, I love the fact too that we were all like, oh fuck that, we're not gonna do it. And then sure enough, all of us kind of sat down. Well, not all of us, but at least half of us said, you know what? All right, let's get this on. 2 hours. I got 2 hours to spare. We just sat there miserable for 2 hours for nothing. Because in the end, we got rid of the game anyway. Fucking bullshit. I'll never forgive that guy for that. And well, not even for that, because I could forgive him for that. It was the way he handled it after the challenge. Fucking asshole. Safe kids game, just average. Yeah, exactly. It's not. I take offense to that. I actually explored. That's true. You said, hey, I'm going to do this for 2 hours, but at least I'm going to do some shit. That's fair. Me and Zex were the real assholes. Trying to win. Yeah, and then so I'm gonna, and you know what? Here's another thing too, and this is biased now. Ready? I need a biased alert. Pew, pew, pew. Biased opinion alert. I hate fucking space. I don't fucking like space themed anything. Anime, movies, fucking Star Wars, TV shows. I don't like space. It fucking stinks. It not only is it a vacuum space, it's also a vacuum for fucking fun. You know? And there's not space blows. So it is our first E. Cause in the end, is it an F? No. Listen, F, to remind people, F is Sonic 2006 now. Jersey Devil, Urusei Yatsura Alumno Wedding Bell, Bubsy 3D, Clock Tower, and Swagman. Those are some fucking Fs. It's E. It's really bad. Like Dauntless is E. Donkey Kong fucking country bullshit is E. Harry Potter Chamber Secrets is E. Like Shadow the Hedgehog's E. That's E. It's bad, but you know, it is what it is. At least it's a something. Space done well can be fun. No, I don't know, man. There's space is just fucking boring. I fucking hate space. I like Future. Future's cool, and I'm willing to play with Future where space is a part of it. But actually going out into space, I'm exploring planets. Holy fuck, aliens! Give a fuck. Looking like No Man's Sky. Fuck. Some of the Star Wars games. I have one Star Wars game I love, and it's right behind me. I don't know where. Oh wait, it should be. Yeah, it should be right there, the yellow one. Star Wars Battlefield 2 for the PS2. Fucking rules. It fucking rules. But because the gameplay is just that good, you can fucking take it and re-texture everything as non-Star Wars shit, and I'd still be like, that game fucking rules. It's a really well good game. Oh yeah, it's a good game. That's a good fucking game. Outer Worlds was good. I heard that. I heard it's made by the same people who did New Vegas. But I haven't... it's a lot of money to fork out. If it goes on sale for like $10, maybe I'll give it a shot. But anything more than that, because like I said, space fucking stinks. Something about space, man, it just fucking... I wish I could describe it, because there's good shit in space. There's great literature about space and good stories and movies based around it, and yet for some reason I see it and I go, holy fuck. Oh, who gives a shit? You know? It's on Game Pass for PC, Outer Worlds, that is. I don't know what Game Pass is. Oh, isn't that Xbox? Fucking, I don't know. I got enough shit. I got enough subscriptions and shit out there. I'd rather just pirate it, honestly. Hey, whoever makes Outer Worlds, I'm going to pirate your game, okay? If you see me stream it, just know I didn't pay for it. Just a heads up. I'm nice like that. I might as well tell them. If I like it, you know, I'll rate it really high, but I don't think I'm going to pay for it. If I get it even. I might not even pirate it. PC Game Pass is for PC, but isn't it like a Microsoft thing? Huh? Isn't it another subscription thing? I don't pay subscriptions for shit. I don't pay for shit. Y'all gotta really like something to pay for it. What's next? Correct. Fair enough. What's next? Oh, it's the Resident Evil HD remake for the GameCube. But you can get 3 months for $1. Oh. That's not bad. Is always at the introductory price. Get your first 3 months for $1. After that, $19.99 a month. Like, Zexia says I'd give that game an A. Resident Evil. We played Director's Cut. Where did we rate Resident Evil Director's Cut? Boy, you know it's not going to be rated highly if I'm going this far down. Resident Evil Director's Cut, we gave a D. We gave it a D ranking. Uh-oh. Director's Cut is shit, says Zex. The remake was much better. E, just not to say F, says Flames. $10 a month, but we are getting off topic again. $10, I'll look at it. I'll see what they offer, but I just don't like paying subscriptions for shit. Probably one of the best Resident Evils. Ooh. That's righteous considering 4 exists. Huh? We played 4 this year. Trust me, we're going to get this. Probably the next game we're going to fucking rate the sec. I give it C because it didn't have any FMVs. That's true. I like lads thinking. That's true. No fat Barry or no cute blonde fucking... None of that. 4 is a fucking horrible game. I hate that game, says Zex. Kagote says, stop this, Zex. Stop your blasphemy, he says. Listen, Resident Evil. Let's start where we say Resident Evil before. I think we said it's a D rank. So let's start there. All right. Is it worse than that? No. No, it's not worse. Right? Is it better than that? Well, we know what we said about fucking Director's Cut. What did this game do differently? Music. It was the same. It was the same. I don't know. I didn't notice really anything different. In fact, I was almost disappointed that they got rid of the fucking kick-ass safe house music for some fucking shit. You know? So I don't know. What are you gonna do? Gameplay-wise, it was pretty much the same gameplay-wise. So what do you move on to? Story/art. Alright, they updated the graphics. Okay? Fair. Did they change the art at all? No, which is good. I like that. If you're going to do a remake of something, don't change shit. Just upgrade it. So for the most part, they did pretty good on that. Fair. Story-wise, they did, or gameplay, however you want to look at it, they did change some of the gameplay and some of the story. They changed They added some new events. They changed some old events. Right? Is it better? Let's see what chat's saying. Let's leave everyone hanging on the cliff note while we see what chat's saying. Kagon says, also, Village borrows a lot from 4, I think, where it takes place in a village, has a currency system, and a merchant to buy new items. A lot of people love 4. 4 fucking, like, that industry was the survival, not survival horror, just horror. The just horror series was dwindling. And then fucking 4 comes around as like, hey, action horror, which is an ugly, ugly word. And it pumped new life into the industry, whether you like it or not. It made a big budget. Zek says deserves at least a B. Its gameplay is great. No, it's not. The gameplay is not great. It's still shitty fucking tank controls, awful fucking camera. You know, it's the same. It's just a different type of poison, although the same kind of deadliness that Devil May Cry suffers from. At least Devil May Cry is not tank controls, but that shitty fucking lock camera. You know, where you can't really control it. I hate lock cameras, man. There's nothing worse than that shit. You know? Fuck you. 4 has button bash bits and escort missions. Ah, that's fair. But we're getting off topic. That is 4. 4 does have some fucking QTE type shit where, Zek says, I love 4 until I played it again for Spooktober 2 years ago. I only played it for the first time for Spooktober this year. No FMVs really hurts the game for me. Kagon says, Ben, everyone loves escort missions. We have never, as a group, hated an escort mission. Zek says, the reason they did cameras that way was for spookiness. No. That's just a cop-out. They didn't fucking have the tech to try and put in a movable camera. They just said, fuck it. Just be it as it is. That's the way it should be. Tank controls are ideal for scary games. That one I'll give you. There's nothing fucking scarier in a fucking horror game than tank controls. I don't like them though. Like Dino Crisis is a horror game that's fucking got tank controls, but it makes sense because you're like, you know, you're trying to, and you're like, you're fucking, roll. So the tank controls argument, I'm fine. That's fine. I agree with you. That's spooky. The camera shit though, no, that's silly. Because the camera's never put in I take that back. There's like 2 or 3 times where the camera placement is spooky. One is like the hallway down the stairs where you see the mirror. So you can see behind the wall a zombie's coming on the mirror. That's spooky. Or the one where you walk in to the sunroom, to the right, the piano room, and then the guy's there, and that's the first zombie you meet. That's spooky. But for the rest of the game, no. What's spooky about the camera in the dog hallway? No, exactly. Come on, cut it up. Don't be fresh. They're working with limitations. I don't knock them for the camera because it's year appropriate, but it's not. They didn't do that intentionally, in a good way. One of the scariest moments for me was in Resident Evil 2 because of the tank controls specifically. Yeah, tank controls, absolutely. I'm sold on that. Like, I'm not going to argue. That's a known thing. Tank controls are spooky. That's why tank control... I totally get you. They never went back to fixed camera angles. They sure didn't. 4 Wii version with gun accessories is fun. I bet you. If you turn that game to a rail shooter, that'd be probably pretty dope. Lad says, I think it's time to make a Jill sandwich out of this game. I know, holy shit, Resident Evil's getting as long of an argument as fucking Super Mario 64 was. Kakone says, I never understood how they didn't bring back the motion controls back for the Switch version. Oh, did they not? That's a shame. You know what? I know Wii has a bunch of, what's the fucking, the greatest, well, that's a whole nother argument. I'll start the argument. The greatest rail shooter of all time is Time Crisis. Right? A lot of motherfuckers say House of the Dead. I say Time Crisis. Because I like that cyberpunk future shit. How come they don't... There's no modern version of that, is there? What's the closest thing to a rail shooter nowadays? Galgun for the Switch? Which I haven't played yet. I kind of want. Galgun looks exciting. But I would kill for a fucking modern day Time Crisis game. That would rule, man. Or even House of the Dead. I would take a House of the Dead. That was pretty good, but Time Crisis superior. 4 was good on the Wii. That was the first time I played it because of the motion controls. That's the reason it was good. Time Crisis 2 in the arcade is awesome. Yeah, Time Crisis fucking rules. I love that. I actually own the Time Crisis disc for PS3, but I don't have the gun. I need to track down a gun, and then I would play it fucking every day. I love that shit so much. I want a typing of the dead. Isn't that an actual thing, though? That's an actual thing, isn't it? I swear I saw that somewhere. Or maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was a joke. Anyway, Resident Evil. I would say they fixed enough for D. I would put it in C. Everyone's arguing it deserves more, though. But no one's super selling it on me. Am I biased? The new Pokemon Snap is a rail shooter. Is it actually? Can you kill them? Reload fucking, remember you have to point off screen and shoot to reload and then you're back in it? I love that shit. I think it deserves one bump just because it was the start of a huge franchise. Incorrect. No, CZX, this is a flawed argument. This game came out after fucking 3, I think. This was not the start. They went back and they said, oh man, people love the first one, let's touch it up. Doesn't count. It was not the start of nothing. Yeah, I know. I mean, you're shooting a camera instead of a gun, but the mechanics are the same. But it's the remake sex. But it's the original story. It doesn't matter. That's a flawed. Listen, that's like fucking going back and saying, oh my god, fucking what's a I don't even have words. That's like fucking rating Final Fantasy VIII remake. Or what was it? It wasn't even a remake, it was a remaster. Different because the graphics are no, they just changed the fucking graphics and improved a couple of things. Yeah, they changed a couple story elements. Not enough to change jack and shit. I was ready to hear a good argument, and you made the worst argument of the night. Everyone, get the Zex award. So it's not the start, Zex. Lad's not having it. Even Lad's like, that argument stinks. Don't shush me, motherfucker. I get the SFG. You get the SFG award for that shitty argument. Like I said, I was willing to listen. In the end, yes, I'll bump it up from a D. I'll bump it to a C. But I think that's as far. Wow, I was peaceful. Don't get me wrong. You were there when we crowned the SFG awards, man. Do you remember that? That was during Rocket League. Whenever you do something that creates anti-progress, you get the SFG award. Be happy. You're like a known member in the Ion Discord. I mean, I don't know. Trust me, dude. If you want to get hurt over that, people call me trash. I'm referred to as trash. That's how people fucking talk about. That's who they call me, trash. If you're gonna get hurt over fucking the SFG awards, man, I have no empathy for you. Let's give your award for SFG to that comment. Yeah, just for being hurt over that. Give him the fucking award. Hand it over. Alright. So I think I'm locking it in. It gets a bump up. You fuckers argued it enough. It gets a C because it did improve, but it's not B material. It's fine. It's C. It's an improvement over Director's Cut. What's next? Are we good? Any closing arguments? I just want to see, because there's a strong argument. Everyone apparently is super into. I can't believe Resident Evil is this fucking popular. It makes me sick. Look, we got another Resident Evil game sitting right here waiting to go. We talked almost more about fucking number 4, reviewing the first one, than we did fucking reviewing number 4. I'm gonna assume everyone's good. Holy shit, that scared me. We're locked in. Resident Evil C. Resident Evil 4. Zex is calling for E. Jesus, Zex really hates Resident Evil 4, huh? How about that shit, guys? RE4, no motion controls equals E. Flame says, I haven't argued enough, but I am very opinionated on this. On Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 with motion controls equals B. Well, I played it with no motion controls. And I also played it with no emotional control. It was I ready for this? I'm going to reward it. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this. It gets the honor. I should maybe make a section for this from now on. It is the worst stream of 2021. My worst stream of 2021 was the Resident Evil 4 stream. I think it was like fucking the night before Halloween. We streamed it. And it was 2021's worst stream. Everyone. It fucking stunk. Now, that's not saying the game was bad. I'm just saying it was the worst stream. As far as the game being good or bad, though, probably not a good sign for it. Let's look at our 3 categories again. Why was it the worst stream? Lately, because this is October, so it's not that long ago, I feel like I've been making great strides viewership-wise, interactive-wise, etc. And before October, we did the Ion Game Challenge. Viewership was really kicking. Viewership for Ion Game Challenge is always good. And then I moved out of that, and I moved in. I forget what I played. I played Sly. I played the first Sly game, and viewership was rocking. It was great. And then we moved into Spooktober. Viewership was still really good. Tons of chat activity. Then I played this. And I had an average of less than 1 fucking viewer for the hour 45 I streamed it for. I had 0.8 was my average fucking viewers or some shit. No one was there. No one interacted. I wasn't having fun with it. Because at least if you're going to have a bad time with a game, like take my Demon Souls stream. At least people were there laughing at me. We were all talking about it. Yeah, it's fun. It was just me quietly fucking myself in public while no one watched. It was demeaning. So it was the worst stream of 2021. It was not fun, and it was embarrassing, and it really made me feel like the tiny insignificant streamer I am. It was suck dick. Kagone says A for Resident Evil 4. Lad says B. Horror game says Flare. That probably means like a big F. Zex says E. Why was it the worst stream? Lad says Zex is not a true gamer for playing RE4 with motion controls. I know, motion controls, shit. You might as well have used a keyboard and mouse, you fucking dick. It's the only thing that could redeem that piece of shit. Flame says, even the sadists of Twitch didn't want to touch RE4. No, apparently not. Apparently not, which is funny because I've seen like other streamers I do watch, man, that fucking played it, and it was fun to laugh at. And Zex says RE4 is the only game in history that I've ever said was better with motion controls. Nothing else. I don't know. Anyway, you look at the 4 categories, right? Music, I don't remember any. So it probably wasn't that good. I can't knock it because it wasn't even memorably bad. It was like C-tier music, right? We'll save gameplay for last. Art and fucking story. The art just missed the mark. It was almost good, but there was something about it that was like, okay, like I love Spanish Dark Village, sounds good. Leech monsters and swampy villages and sounds good. And then it just seemed to always miss the mark. It was like, what the fuck? It's almost like I have a great idea for a painting, but I don't have any paint supplies. So I call someone and I tell them what to paint, and I get it and I go, this isn't quite what I wanted. It was like that. So almost good, but not quite. Story-wise, fucking sucked. I didn't get very far though. But the idea that the president's daughter is missing, let's send one guy from a fucking special police force to go to another country, like he has jurisdiction there and shit. Like the story fucking sucked. You know? Marco says hi, Trash. Hi, ciao, Marco. The story in RE4 was campy as fuck. No, I like camp. I like camp. Have you ever watched A Suckling about a chick who gets her fucking fetus aborted at a back alley abortion clinic, and then it falls in a radioactive puddle, comes back to life, and kills everyone? I like camp. You know, fucking Zombie Strippers is one of my favorite movies. I think that's it. Oh, I think this is it here, the brown one, right? I like camp. It wasn't camp. It was just fucking flawed. Every Resident Evil game is campy, says Kagone. Yes, but this wasn't it. This was just bad. Parts of it were the fun campy. Parts of it were, but most of it was bad. Like, I'm down for camp, but it was flawed. This is the best story. Incorrect. Everyone's fighting. I think I'm right. Story-wise, RE1 to RE3 were way better than 4. No. Wait, better than 4? Okay, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember the story for 3 too well. 3's yeah, no, I don't know. I'll have to take your word for it. I can't argue that one. And I'm not gonna if I can't. I'll take your word. Let's assume Zek's right on that. Zex, you watch campy horror movies, so you have no right to complain. Ooh, lads, cutting deep tonight. I'm not a huge fan of campy horror movies. 3 was my favorite personally. I don't know. I think my favorite was Code Veronica. Or what was the one where they fucking she's looking for her brother Chris Redfield, and then next thing you know she's in like a fighter jet, and remember that one? What one was that? Zombies, always zombies in this town. Yeah, Marco's right. It's fucking zombies. Why would we assume Zex is right? Wait, we just agree with Zex? What is anyone? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't have the knowledge. You guys can argue for me and prove him wrong, but I don't have the knowledge. I've only heard of number 2. I've seen nothing of 3. Right, so I can only compare it to 1. And 1 compared to 4, 1 does have a better story. Is it 1 a great story? Not even saying that, but it is a better story than 4. So I have no proof. I'm watching They Live at the moment. Rowdy Roddy Piper. That's a fucking fun movie though. Everyone remembers it for like the most like basic shit, but in the end, it's just a really fun John Carpenter movie. Flame says my argument is a horror game. It sucks. Well, that's not going to fly now, is it? In the end, sorry, getting off topic there. So we did art, story-wise we did, so gameplay-wise. I like the merchant idea. I do. But the bullets still, that horror shit where they make you like starve for bullets is a fun idea. It is. Like, I always go back to Dino Crisis as one of the best horror best horror games ever made. The only one better than that, I'd say, is Silent Hill, right? Franchise-wise. Dino Crisis is up there. Where, yeah, resources are limited, but you always have just enough, as long as you're good to get through it. We saw it towards the end of that stream. Well, that's the problem. No one was fucking there to see it. I'm not knocking you guys. I'm just saying it was lonely. It was a lonely stream. We saw it. There was no bullets. Like, I bought extra bullets. I did everything I could to have bullets, and I still ran out in one fucking section. When you get out after you meet the merchant for the first time, and they're on that bridgeway coming at you, I ran out of all my bullets. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What is the point of this then? You know? So, yeah, long story short, it's not going to be a C. It's not going to be a C. We're in D rank. Is it D worthy? Is it? Oh, let me catch up with chat. I'll leave it hovering over D while we catch up with chat. I like dragging it out. My argument, RE4. There's only one. RE4 is still in my top 10 of all time, so I'm a little biased. Well, that's fair that you admit it. Zexia said I think it's a D or an E. As far as E goes, they did stuff I like. I actually like the controls for the most part. I like the fact that there was a little bit of lootability. Anything with loot I tend to like. I don't know, it's the kleptomaniac in me or what. So that much I liked. So they did certain stuff right, and they still did certain stuff wrong. I'm going to give it a D. It gets a D. Not a very happy D, but it gets a D. A high D, says Lad. Nah, it gets a middle D. It gets just a D. There's enough going on to save it from an E, but there for a half a second it was possible to be an E, but it is a D. My gosh, the Resident Evil argument and the fucking Super Mario argument really slowed down the fucking program. We were hammering at one point. I'm not knocking it though. This is why I love doing it. I always said I want to do this when I have viewers because that's what makes us fun. I'm having tons of fun, guys, if that means anything to you. Next is Rocket League. Well, shit. I'm biased on that. It'll never be an S. Something with no story at all. Like, it's very hard to be an S. Granted, I say that, but see, I just checked out. Sydney 2000, we did rate an S. But I think there's a lot more going on in Sydney 2000. Kagone says Rocket League's an S. Zek says Rocket League A or B. It's simple, free, and fun as hell. Yeah, and it is fun. You can play it without friends and it's still being fun. I would give it an A. It is an A. It's not going to be an S. It doesn't feel right. S feels wrong. I don't even know if I can articulate, but S doesn't feel right. A feels right. B, one of the better online games. Yeah, absolutely. How old is that game? And it's still being supported and super fun. Absolutely. Well, I mean, are you talking just Rocket League, or are you talking its previous version? Because it was around before as God, it had the worst name ever. It's like Supercar fucking Arena. And they were like, listen, we're gonna sell it to this new producer. They're gonna change the name and all that, and they're just gonna send us money. And they did it, and it was great. Supersonic Cars? Nah, it doesn't seem right. It was something worse than that, wasn't it? I'll take your word for it, I guess, but I swear it was something worse than that. It was some really shit. Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket. That might actually be the name. It was something terrible. Rocket League previous name. That's what it was, yeah. Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars. That was the original name before Rocket League. Which I like. I like the you talk about camp. That's good camp. That name is good fucking camp. But Rocket League's a strong name. That's a good trade, baby. Good trade. Yeah, A. I mean, I don't see how anyone could argue against that. Talk about arguments, though. Fucking... Well, I don't even remember the name of this shit again. Saturday Night Slam Masters. Oh, wait. Flaring says, that takes longer to say than my attention span lasts. I like it, though, because it's got that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious feel to it. You know, the hickey, like it's sing-songy. I like it. But no, Rocket League's a good trade. Saturday Night Slam Masters, C or D. Now, see, when we first started playing it, I was like, wow, I'm liking this game more than I thought. I was thinking this fucker has the chance to go B. But then I actually made it through into tougher enemies. And they were not tough because they were hard. They were tough because they were bullshit. And then the 2-button system for the controllers was so fucking simple. It was so frustrating. And then Zexios cheated and ripped me off of my... No, I'm just kidding. I remember bugging Zex about that shit. Remember that shit, Zex? Remember bugging you? Oh, you stole my fucking strategy and ruined it for me. And you were like, fuck you. D, bullshit there is very agreeable. Fucking Kagone's calling for an E. All realistic. You were salty. Listen, I said it as a joke that you cheated. But in the end, I did feel hurt that I lost the competition because someone saw my strategy. That's like going to a poker tournament, right? And you're doing really good. It looks like you're gonna win, but because you're wearing sunglasses, some asshole saw your card and knew you were bluffing, and you lose. Like, and you know, you'd be like, fucking, you're mad. You're not mad at anyone. You're mad at yourself, but you're fucking mad. You know? So yes, I was salty, but no, it's not anyone's fault or nothing. It was just fucking unfortunate because I thought that was gonna be like a turning point. That was going to be my one last kind of chance to get back in the game, and once I lost that, it was all over. But that's Ion Game Challenge. You can't... If I was basing it on an Ion Game Challenge experience, it would be. But in the end, it's just an old retro game, a little clunky for the time, but not bad. It gets a D, I feel. D is fine. Music-wise, it was actually, for a wrestling game especially, not a whole lot of music. The controls were too basic. The difficulty was a little too fucking ramped. So it's a D. I would play it again if someone wanted to play it with me, but I would never seek it out myself again. That's the best way to think of it. I love those games that are super easy to rate just because, like, fuck that. Basic fighter. Exactly, yeah. It was what it was. It was super fucking... It was what it was. That's the best way to put it. It was what it was. Shantae, which I don't remember the genie fucking protector. Shantae, though. I both was surprised how good the game was, and then disappointed how bad the game was. You know? Titties equals C. Well, listen, I'm more about that fucking lightly browned ass. I'm more of an ass man, especially with a tan. That's my jam. If we were rating purely on sexuality, I mean, shit, one Chan bar would be fucking S+. You know, fucking deception all up, everything would be great. You know, I'm sure fucking the little robot and fucking Ratchet and Clank's pretty fuckable. I'd put it up there. A for ass. No. No, Shantae, like I said, parts of it were actually pretty good. If you look, sorry, we're getting off topic. The 4 categories. I have 4 categories how I rate shit. Did I shift my fucking... Sorry, fucking optical illusion. S for sexy. No. No. If I look at my 4 categories, music, it was fine. It was Game Boy music. I mean, what the fuck? But at least it popped. It gave you a headbeat. We'll save gameplay for last. Art and story. The art, I was shocked what they were able to do with the old Game Boy graphics. There was some cool, like the effect where you can choose your level and it looks like it's spread out and shit. Like, it's like, that's impressive shit. Story-wise, okay, the actual story itself was shallow. It's a shallow story. Oh my god, pirates. Shallow. But the characters and the world, very fleshed out. Alright, yeah. Wait, stop. Let's see what B for boobs and butt. Might be getting closer. Ben says, nutty, modern, fun, simple fighter. Wait for DNF Duel. The beta was crazy. It's getting released in the summer. Oh, I don't know. I haven't played a new fighting game in ages. There's so many old ones that are good. What's the point of playing a new one? I am kind of interested in King of Fighters, though, the new one. But otherwise, I can't do it. Or if they release a new Soul Calibur, I'll be all for that. I love Soul Calibur. Probably my favorite one. Oh, actually, you know what's my favorite one for real of all time? Favorite series? Bloody Roar. If they fucking dusted off Bloody Roar and brought a new one out, I would fucking go nuts for it. C for... Oh, never mind, says Gagon. Gagon, are you saying C for cunt? Huh? C for cunny? Shave genie cunt? Magical Shantae cunt? Do you think that C for cunt has purple pubes? Just saying, Gagon, I don't know. Just asking. Is that what you meant? I don't know. Maybe he meant C for cute. Who knows? Flame says, Trash already made the joke on Discord. You cunt. Yeah, exactly. Good on you for remembering that. You cunt. Oh, man. Yes, for cute. Oh, see. Wouldn't it be funny, guys, if it was D for, you know. Huh? No. No. Bloody Roar 2 and 3 were great. Yeah, 2 is my favorite. Oh, 2 fucking rules. Bloody Roar 4 is pretty good. It's different, but it's pretty good. I don't mind Bloody Roar 4 at all. D for delicious personality. All right, I thought we were talking about D for dick and balls, big genie dick and balls, veiny and purpley puby. Looks like a fucking, I don't know, that's what I thought. Big purple helmet for her purple pubes. Shame on you, Kagon, for dirtying up my stream like this. E for everyone, because she's a fucking whore. We can go through the whole list. F for fat ass. Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah! Wear her like a toque. But no, enough about fucking this cartoon lady and her private parts. I think she's only 13 in genie years. Shame on you. F for Futanari. Oh my god. Good on you for knowing that word. I was going to say that joke and I was like, no one's going to get that. No one's going to get that shit. Oh man, that's fucking great. But no, so gameplay wise, it was a little simple. It was too simple. In the end, it gets a D ranking. But I'll say this, I bet you the sequels, because there's been tons of sequels since, probably fucking rule. Because I like the characters and I like the art a lot. I like the world. It's just the gameplay was basic. The music, I mean, I'm sure that's better too. I'm sure the new ones are fucking awesome. Flaring says, sadly, I'm familiar with that as well. Good. The more people who are into fucking hard Fudacock, the better, huh? Now, do you prefer the full-on Futanari, where they have the vagina tucked under the ball sack, or do you like it where they just have a dick with tits, which is more new half? This is what I'm saying, new half. You know, more in line with that shit, huh? Everyone in chat, you just get that while I take a sip. What do you think about that? Vagina under balls or no vagina? Sex has got to have both. That's right. Where's that? I'm about to. This conversation says SFG. It's funny too. SFG is like what, 12 years old. This is probably blowing his mind. I'm so sorry, SFG. We're doing this to you. I'm so sorry. Where is that fucking Scott Steiner meme I have? I'm gonna read it because it's great. It's perfect for this conversation. Where is it? It can't be this far up. It can't be this far up. I must have missed it somewhere. No, it's gonna take me forever to fucking find. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. I had such a fucking funny Scott Steiner meme for just this topic, and now I can't fucking find it. Found it. Yes. Ready? Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? No. I'm fucking 30 years old. I don't kiss my mom. Yeah. Do you kiss your mom with that mouth, Kagon? The little boy needs to be corrupt anyway. I'm not 12, 13. Close. Anyone remember the fucking the do the math promo from Scott Steiner? Right? This is gonna be the same shit right here, right? Actually, Fuda can be made less gay than straight porn. You see, straight porn has one guy and one girl. Because you're fapping something with one guy, that's 50% gay. If you watch a Fuda fuck a girl, that's one girl and a half a girl. Thus, only 25% gay. You could try to make it 0% gay with two girls, but the problem is, that makes them lesbian, which wraps them back around to being 100% gay. Have that on your brain. Have that on your brain. Dick math, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Man, this guy's got testicular cancer, so he only has one testicle. Makes it 15% less gay. Speaking of testicles, oh my god, I don't remember. But Kurt Angle knows that I'm no gay. Shit. Was the best Scott Steiner promo ever is the one where he didn't even talk that much. It was him and Trainwreck or whatever the fucking guy's name is, where Trainwreck's like, we're gonna he's got a speech impediment, we're gonna fuck prostitutes and get AIDS and then fuck you and give you AIDS. And Scott Steiner's like, what? Even Scott Steiner's like, what the fuck is that? I'm not doing that shit. What a great promo. Shit, I keep thinking Shenmue. What's the name of this fucking game? Oh my god, I can't think of this fucking game. It starts with an S. Give me 2 seconds. I want to get the name correct at least. I don't want to be a fucking one of those guys. Someone's gonna find it before I do. S. Shenryu. This one is Shenryu. Was a great old school shooting game, just up and down scroller bullet hell game. Gotta love that. It's tough. The music was whatever, right? The art was great. Oh, the art was great. The gameplay is whatever. I mean, bullet hells are like the super most straight fucking sort of game. Straight sort of basic ass game. So it comes down to a B or a C. I'm thinking more C just a bit because there are better ones, but this is one of the better ones. No, it's gonna get a C. It gets a C. It's a really, really, really high C, but a C nonetheless. It's a fucking great game. I would recommend it to anyone if you can find it cheap. Sometimes people charge like still $5 for it on the PlayStation Network. Fuck that. But you can still find it elsewhere for like $1. And yeah, absolutely, it's a great game. Fucking great game. Super Robot Cockfighters. Oh, you see to the right there. But before we get to that, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. That's a fun name. That's right up there with Super Acrobat fucking rocket car powered Jet League. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. I was told it was the shittiest out of the three. And I can still maintain it probably is, but I wouldn't call it shitty. It might be the worst of the three, but it's actually pretty fucking good. There's some shit they did that they, thank God, fixed in later ones. All Sly games get an S. No. Does any Sly game get an S? That's what you gotta ask. But yeah, no, Sly 3 and the Thievius Raccoonus. Art-wise, okay, the actual art was a little... it was another one of those things where the ideas were great, but it was missing the mark. Just like Resident Evil 4. It's... Dial it in. You're almost perfect. Story-wise, that was probably the strongest part. The story was great in Thievius Raccoonus. It really was. Music-wise, there was a couple of fucking bangers. There was some awful music, too. Like, shockingly bad. But there was some fucking good ones, man. Holy shit. The swamp level, the very first one, fucking or not swamp, the ocean level, sorry. The very first one, amazing. The actual swamp level was fucking great. There were some good tunes. That said, it gets a C. Wait a sec. Let me fucking ban this guy. Double sides. Hey, how about this? I learned this cool trick. Not only banned, I learned this cool trick. Remember the last... Wait. Oh, good. I caught him before he got banned. What I do is I report as well. There we go. No, I caught it in time. So I don't know if anyone remembers. There a little while ago, we had one of those guys come in, and instead of just banning him like what most people do, I said, "What the fuck does reporting him actually do?" And I reported him. I got an email because everyone laughed. That does nothing. 4 days later, saying, "Yeah, he's gone." I mean, you can make an account easy anyway, but at least I did some good in the world. I feel we did it again. Fuck that guy. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, C. It's C, but it's another high C game. In fact, wait a sec. I'm already double thinking myself. Does it deserve B? It does some shit really bad. It does some shit really bad. All right, it gets a B. I've changed my mind at the very last minute. It does get a B. There's just enough going on, and it is the first, so you got to kind of give it a little bit of slack. It's a B rank. It's pretty good. You talk about good though. It's Sly 2. Now, Sly 2 is funny because there's certain parts of it easy S. Easy S. The music is an S. The art is a fucking S. The story is an S. But there's another category there, isn't there? Gameplay. The very first level, Paris level, is a fucking S. And then as the game goes along, it's like, oh wait, oh no, hey, oh no, what are you doing to me? And you wind up kind of in Aesville by the end of it. All the other shit couldn't really save it, so it kind of drops down a bit, doesn't it? I don't know what Lad's saying A. I think A. It's a fine A game. I agree, Lad. What's next? Well, Sly 3. We did for anyone who doesn't know, we did all the Sly games, 1, 2, 3, right at the end. I didn't get to watch a lot of the Sly games. That's a shame. They were very fun streams. There's a lot of jokes to be had. We were always streaming at the same time. This is true. I only have Friday and Saturday to stream. And just the hours now that I moved again, it just seems like my stream times are when everyone else streams. It's a shame. Sly 3, art-wise, they changed it. They changed it slightly, but they did change it. They lost a little bit. The music, it wasn't quite the same either. Story-wise, it really fucking lost out. But the actual gameplay itself got better. It's like the exact opposite of fucking Sly 2. But that said, it gets a solid B. It's a solid B. Where Sly Cooper and Amphibious Raccoonus was just a B, this is a solid B. They're the same. They're different. They're very different games, but they are the same rating. We did that one. We got this one now. Oh my gosh. Super Mecha Championships, I think it's called. I probably got that wrong. I probably got that fucking wrong. What's this shit actually called? Super Mecha Champions. I was right. Super Mecha Champions. Does anyone remember me playing this? It was a battle royale game, but it was good. I fucking kicked ass in it. It felt so good. In the end, it's a little fucking janky. The music is what it is. It's just average music. You can't knock for that. The art style is actually pretty fun. It's a little more anime based, but it does have a little that hero shooter cartooniness to it, right? I saw it a bit, looked decent at least. It was decent. I'd play it again. This would be another game I'd throw up on the list. I don't know if you can make squads in this, but I would do this for the Ion Community Night if people were interested. Like this is a good one. That said, or not even Ion Community, I would just co-stream this if people were down and if it was an option. That said, what the other battle royales I have are D rank and where the fuck is Apex Legends? Did Apex Legends get ranked high? Oh, D rank. They're all D rank. I think this one's better than that. I think there's the robot function because it's got that Metal Gear Solid shit to it, and anything anime, because I'm biased, gets a little bump. You know? I think it's a C. I think it's a good C. I don't think anyone's going to argue with it. I don't think anyone can argue with that. It's just a really decent fucking battle royale game, and it was very fair. A lot of those other games like Apex Legends and shit, you get shot like 3 times, you're dead. Well, you can shoot the other guy 40 times, but because he's doing something different, that's just not, he's not dying. In this game, you're always, as long as you were able to collect something, you're always able to heal yourself. There was always strategy. You could always get out of battle if you needed to. It gets a C. But I'll put an asterisk next to that because it might just be because I was good at it. I'm biased. Because I was winning like every fucking match I played. The Dawn. Now, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because when we played it, it was in early access. I've seen the most recent build. In fact, I played a little bit of the most recent build. And it is a completely different game. So we are going to be judging the Dawn based on what I played, the early access. The new game, they've got new story, the translations are great, the camera's fixed. It's a completely different game. I cannot rate it for that, unfortunately. So, almost because of that, I'm just going to put it in C. There was one other game we did last year where we couldn't truly rate it for what it was, and so C it is. What we played looked really good art-wise. Story-wise, it sounded like it was going to be good, although, like I said, the translations were fucked up when we played it. Gameplay-wise, the gameplay was smooth, but then the story itself and the progression was kind of fucked. It all looks like it's fixed. So I'm just going to say C, and I hope no one's going to get offended by that. Oh, then it's Zexios, Lads, and Aretheus' favoriteest game ever. Wizardry. Labyrinth of Lost Souls. Am I right, boys? Their favoriteest game ever. They said, thank you, Trash, for introducing us to Wizardry. Labyrinth of Lost... See, Zexios was like, oh boy, my favorite. Oh boy. Ah, says Lad. Ah, the best. Ah, Wizardry. The French. I think it deserves D or E. Wait a sec. D or E is a bad rating. What are you referring to? That said, can I say something, right? Wizardry is tricky. Wizardry is one of the first RPGs. I'm not even fucking... Not role-playing game. The first video role-playing game ever made was Wizardry. In like 1980 something it came out. So, fuck. The problem is, we played this one, which was like 2005, I think it was released. Wizardry, Labyrinth of Lost Souls. They haven't updated it in 30 fucking 5 years. It's literally the same game. It plays the same. They just changed the art style. That's not good. You know? I'm not saying you gotta completely change it, but you should fucking make a couple of creature comforts. They didn't do that. And you didn't invite me. I'm so disappointed. Did we not, though? I feel like we tried inviting you for the first one and you were busy, and so we played it the first time, and then we just didn't think to get you back in after that because we were already so far leveled. I might be misremembering that. If I am misremembering that, I am sorry, but I do thought we fucking tried getting you in there. Uh-oh. I'm about to eat some humble pie. I'm sure I'm going to get a message after this with a screen grab showing nothing. Oh, I feel like such a dick. Trash Dreamers Come True discussing Futon art in the stream. How did I miss that fucking message? Oh, my chat reset on my phone. Oh, I can't read it on this fucking tiny thing. The only thing that was made it good was because we played together. Yeah, that's true. It was fun with a group, but yeah, it was not my thing. 6 different enemies, says Zex. The quest items were impossible to find. The levels all look exactly the same, even both. Exactly. If you played that game in 1980 whatever, it would blow your mind out your asshole. You'd be like, this is the greatest thing ever made. In 2005, you're like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? I heard nothing about it until you were streaming it. It's fine, don't really care. Oh, if you don't really care, then I don't care. Then why the fuck are we talking about it? Although I did have fun with Zex's horn. That's true, Zex's horn. It was only made bearable by all of us playing it. In the end, though, it was good for the time. Like, you know how I'll take like a game from 1986 and judge it for that? This had the gameplay of the original, but it wasn't the original. It was a new game from 2005. And so for that, it gets a fucking E. It gets a hard E, not an F. Because in the end, it does what it wants to do. It doesn't fail at doing what it wants to do. It's just what it does is like, ugh. So it gets a fucking E. Huh? Does everyone feel good about that? I think we all feel good about that. I doubt anyone's going to argue for that shit to change. I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds. What an honor for Sonic 2006, the only F game of 2021. That's true. As someone said it too halfway through the year, they said, how come you're not doing a bunch of trash and treasure games? The whole trash and treasure gimmick kind of got lost on me. I just wanted to have fun. There was too many times where I'd find myself playing a trash game. Not one of the ones I consider trash, but one that someone recommended as trash, where I'm like, this isn't it. I'm just not feeling it. This is not right. That we need to pay to continue on the next level. Yes, remember where they're like, oh, you have to fucking pay extra for this dungeon. And you're like, what the fuck? This pay scaled in 2005? EA would fucking love this. Yeah, there was a lot of problems with Wizardry. In fact, wait a sec, that fucking pay shit, I'm sitting here thinking of it now and it almost pisses me off. It's fucking pissing me off. Sophisticated enough to require DLC, but not enough to put there more than 6 enemies. I would never play a trash game recommended by someone. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Well, there's been a couple times where it's played out fine, like in a way that's fun, because I like bad games. Like I actually get a kick out of them. I don't know, something about the way I process it. Bad games are pretty fun, but it's frustrating too when, like, I think who the fuck was it? Arethius had it bad, where someone would recommend him a game, pay channel points to get a game going, and then just not show up for it. And it had that same feel where I'd be recommended a bad game, I'd play it, right? I'd get frustrated at it, and then they'd start like mocking me. And I'm like, fucker, like, it's a bad game. That's why. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? Wizardry can stay E. I was gonna rate it an F. It can stay E, but it's a low fucking E. Let's put that on the record. It's a low E. And now the speed round. This is the quickest shit. Every year we always end the stream by speaking of trash and treasure. What was it? Trash, both, or treasure? Right? And let's quickly, well, not quickly, like, we're not gonna fucking intentionally go fast. It's just this is never long. Let's hammer through what we have. Tetris 99 is neither. It's neither trash nor treasure. It is what it is. Sonic 2006 is fucking trash. I don't know how the fuck it was in neither. It's trash now. Pokemon Sword is neither. It's neither. Twisted Metal 2 is a treasure. Sure. Helltaker, I'm so sorry. Helltaker dev. I love the guy. Indie fucking dev. Did everything himself. Love it. I've moved my fucking whole layout instead. But no, it's now both. Helltaker's now both. Fallout New Vegas is treasure. Demon Souls becomes both. It gets both. Arethius. Did I not see Isaac anywhere? Did we not see Isaac? Oh shit. We're going back to TNT ranks. I have no other pictures. Did I save Isaac? I have it here. Where the fuck did it disappear? Yeah. Looney Tunes is missing as well. Looney Tunes, Isaac, what else is missing? What the fuck happened here? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah? Alright, quick mulligan, guys. Give me 2 seconds to get this shit back, Ori here to stir the pot. No, Arethius is here to protect. I need something after this fucking football game. Oh, poor Arethius. FI Mario 64 sucks. Thank God Arethius is here to just fucking button everything up nice, like... Isaac, forever unranked, confirmed worse than Sonic. No shit, right? Fucking Isaac, who would ever play that shit? Oh shit, alright, we're at TNT Awards. TNT Awards, alright. Binding of Isaac, wait a sec, okay. The reason it didn't upload is because it's not showing up as a supportable image in OBS. Holy fuck, alright, give me 5 seconds then. 5 seconds then, well, I gotta find a new fucking cover apparently for Binding of Isaac. Fucking Rebirth. Oh, what a fucking embarrassment. What embarrassment. Oh, it's saved as a weird file because I saved it off the Microsoft fucking... Can't believe it fucked me like that. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. And then Looney Tunes back in action cover. LT Looney Tunes. JPEG. JPEG should work. Alright, image. TNT. Are you saying JPEGs don't work? Wait a sec, what? JPEGs don't work in fucking OBS? Alright, I guess I'll fucking... Sorry guys, let me convert the fucking files to fucking PNG, I guess. I can't believe they do. You probably just have a shitty one. Evidently, file, save as, PNG. Binding of Isaac. And then Looney Tunes. That means we're going to have to do this for the fucking other one, too. Where's Looney Tunes? Open with paint. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this fucking slipped past me. I thought I was all set on this one. Looney Tunes back in action. Alright. Save. Upload. There we go. So Binding of Isaac. Alright. We're back in the game. Sorry. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Thank God Arethius was here. No one caught that. That got past everyone. All right. And then, and Looney Tunes back in action. 2 very similar games. Binding of Isaac and Looney Tunes. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this trash. I know, right? Shit. Goddamn Buffalo. Fucking Bengals. Nah, I just liked it unranked. Well, here we go. It's ranked now. Binding of Isaac. Let's start it at C level and see where it goes from there. Music. I know fucking Zex talked like the music's like some hot shit. I didn't give a fuck about the music. The music was whatever to me. I don't even remember the music. So I'm just gonna... Sorry, what are you gonna do? Next we'll do art. Some of the art was good. I didn't like it, but it was good. You can't knock the quality. Some of the art was not good, and not because the quality was shit, but because it didn't seem to fit the idea, at least what I experienced of the game. It seemed out of place. I'm like, oh, this feels fucking goofy. Music is really good. That's what you say. A says Ben. Oh shit. You just never made it past the first floor of music. That's fucking incorrect. I made it to floor 3. Get your facts straight. Disturbing art. Some of the art was good. Some of it just seemed out of place. Not bad, just out of place where you're like, oh, okay, I get it's in his head, but G says Arethius, C says Lad. Sex all of Isaac is hot shit. Everyone else no. Ooh. Oh! You gotta take that, Zex! Fight him! Yeah, gameplay wise though, I love those types of games. I actually do. Not that one's maybe a little too extreme. Like the idea of it resets you a little too much, right? But I do like the bullet hell type games. The choo 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 choo. That one's a little extra shitty hard. So it's like, okay, all right. Story wise, okay, I didn't see any of it. The story they gave me fucking sucked. Thank God Zex is here. I got to experience some of the story through him, the actual story. And I'm like, okay, the mom's crazy, the dad fucked Isaac or something, right? Fucked Isaac and then ran away from home, and then the mom wanted to kill him because she had heard a voice in her head, so he hid in the chest and he suffocated in the chest or something, right? Am I right? I'm right. I don't even want to ask. I know I'm right. The item combos are what I love most about the game. Sure. Gameplay was alright. Yeah, like the gameplay, hated the art, but I'm sure. Yeah, I don't like the art, but the quality of the art was good for the most part. Some of it not so much, but for the most part the quality was good. I hate that shit though. I hate that shit. Right? Yes, that story sucked dick is what I'm trying to say. The story actually fucking stinks. And the difficulty was, it was too I know, like, oh, the items you get, yeah, but the fucking, even the enemies were pretty, everything was very random, you know. Binding of Isaac, as much as it's gonna hurt Zex, it's a D for me. That's a fat D. You should have played it with a controller. Possibly. That's a fair point. Remember how we were talking about fair arguments? That's a fair argument. I was stuck playing with a fucking keyboard because I didn't have enough time to hook my fucking controller up and get it working. And therefore I didn't like it. But with a controller, I might have enjoyed it that much more. Granted, that's why you shouldn't give it a D. Well, wait a sec though, because my counter argument is this. Granted, what the fuck is a controller gonna do for the art, for the setting, for the story? Right? What is playing with a controller gonna do to fix the fact that I'm a suffocated kid who got fucked by my parents and I'm fighting poo monsters in a basement? What does a controller have to do with that? Ben says Isaac is a twin stick shooter. For me, it was a twin keyboard shooter. It was a WASD D-pad fucking shooter. D is just fine. D is perfectly fine. I mean, the rating is wrong, but you do you. I mean, opinions are never wrong. I don't think, well, no, I can't say that. There are some extreme opinions that I think we can say are wrong. I think shit like fucking kids or animals is wrong. And I think most of us can agree with that. That fucking animals or babies is wrong. On the flip side, I think saying Binding of Isaac is a D-ranked game is not that wrong of an opinion. Yes, too high, says Arethius. Fair enough. Revert to my earlier statement, says Flames. I feel D's fine. It really is. There's parts. Let's agree with this, Zex, because I know it's your baby. I know this is like me trying to argue like Ape Escape to you or something. Although I know you like it, but you get what I'm saying. You get the comparison. I know this is a game you fucking love, so let me be fair. Parts of it are fucking buttery sweet, right? I do like the bullet hell type, the stick shooter, whatever you want to call it. I love that shit. The items just randomizing everything every time. Love that shit, right? We're fair is fair. The music, I fucking is whatever. I don't even remember the music. It sounded like some fucking, I don't even have a comparison. It just sounded like whatever. It was what the fuck ever. It sounded like a loading screen of an indie game. It was whatever, which is kind of what it was, I guess. And the art, while definitely good for the most part, like quality wise, I don't like that art shit, right? And so all in all, D is where it gets it. It's only the highest rated roguelike ever made. I'm sure it is. And I'm sure Sonic 06 is the highest rated Sonic 3D game where you get to play as Silver and Shadow as well as Sonic and all in one game ever made. That don't matter. You know? Fucking Jack and Well, I keep wanting to say Jak and Daxter. Ratchet and Clank is probably insanely highly rated. I don't like it. You know? Not here, it's not, says Lad. Yeah, exactly. Using keys is going to hurt you playing it. It did actually. My wrist was all fucked up for the rest of the competition. I actually wore a cast. It fucking fucked me up, you know? Looney Tunes back in action. Looney Tunes back in action. Story-wise, it sucked. It was kind of wanted to be based on a movie, and then it didn't even stick to that. And the movie was nonsensical. So the story sucked. The art was fine. The art was perfect, almost. You would say it. The cutscenes weren't. The CG was awful, but the in-game art assets were perfect. Looney Tunes goodness, fantastic. The music we can't rate because our audio file was fucked. But what I heard fucking sucked, you know. But we're not going to rate it. Let's be fair. What's next? There's a fourth category I can't remember. Gameplay. My voice is going. Do you hear it? My voice is going from arguing with you fuckers. Thank God I'm done streaming for this week. Ooh, excuse me. Gameplay wise, I get what they were doing, but it felt very unpolished. There's a game I have. Oh, it's not in camera. It's the shelf above, called Looney Tunes Bugs in Time. It's Bugs Bunny and he goes back in time, but really he just goes to different Looney Tunes worlds, right? And deals with shit. And it is fucking phenomenal. That game was released in like 1998, 1999. This game was released, 2005, 2006? And they didn't update anything, and they actually found a way to make it clunkier somehow. And so with that all said, it's gonna go fucking boo, boo, boo. It's gonna get a fat E. Not be, it's just, it fucking stinks. How the fuck is a game made so many years before on a fucking older hardware and shit plays smoother? That's like the argument probably people think when they make Super Mario 64 references. You know, they're like, oh, it plays so much smoother than fucking Mario Sunshine or whatever the fuck reference is, right? How the fuck is that possible, you know? And that's what it was. It was worse handling than a previous game. Yet introduced no new mechanics either. Seriously, guys, you should play Bugs in Time. It's a good fucking game. I missed a chat here. What did I miss? Oh, Arethia says Zexios and lethal injection is the preferred way to serve death penalty. Your point? I don't know. That's a false equivalent, my friend, if I ever heard one. With that said, I think we're all happy. We'll define happy. I think everyone's rattled right now. Let's go. Let's go back to here. We did Tetris. We did Pokemon. We did Helltaker, Demon Souls, Twisted Metal Fallout. Ape Escape, still a treasure. Soul Calibur 3. It's weird. I would almost argue that instead of being both, it almost goes the other way. It's almost like, it's kind of a treasure. Yeah, I'll hold it. I'll hold it there. It can stay in treasure, but let's make it known it's barely. Oh, let me increase the chat a bit here. I want to see everyone's shitty takes a little easier. Here we go. Your show. I understand the opinion. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. What's next? Final Fantasy VIII. Even with all the awfulness in it, it's a treasure. It's a treasure. Digimon, word for word, even with all the awfulness in it, it's still a treasure. Deception 4. Is it both or not? Nah. Am I misremembering it? Am I putting rose-colored glasses on for Deception 4? Both seems weird. I don't think it's both. I think Deception 4 is neither. It's neither trash nor treasure, I feel. It's just a game. It's kooky, but it's not. One Chan bar is perfect both. It's both trash and treasure. Make sure I will absolutely do that. I will do them first even. Soul Calibur 3 isn't 1 or 2. That's what makes it better. Soul Calibur 3 isn't 1 or 2. I just love one of the best things in that game, other than the fact that character creation really took off in that game, was the Chronicle of the Swords mode. That should be its own game. I don't know how I would love to get into game making just to be able to make that, because it's just such a good fucking mode. God, I want that. And Sonic 06 is trash. Let me bring over fucking these two and add them to the party. Kept you waiting, huh? All right, like I said, this part's always goes quick. So here we go. Click. Sorry, 2 seconds. All right, first up, trash or treasure? Clubhouse Games 51. It's neither. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing great about it. It's just board games. I like it. It's a great game, but it's nothing special. Like, I would just rather own the actual board games. It's fucking fun. Gameplay of Soul Calibur 3 isn't as good as 1 or 2. No, it sure isn't. It's better. It fucking moves quicker. It's way more fluid. 1 is very, very... Ooh. Now, I've not played number 2. Wait a sec, though. Wait a sec. I've played Soul Edge and Soul... I don't think I've ever played Soul Calibur. I played Soul Edge. And it was janky. It was fucking very slow and clumsy. It was very not fun. Although it was kind of neat to see all that shit back then, the graphics and whatnot. Very specific. I like Soul Calibur 3 a lot. That game mode rules. The character creation rules. The music's pretty good in it, too. 4, I still consider to be the superior one. Even though it got rid of that fun-ass game mode for the fucking tower. Oh, the tower sucked. But the rest of it was really good. Next game for trash or treasure. See, Deception fucking for the Nightmare Princess. It did some shit to make it be treasury. The fact that they brought back characters from the previous games is pretty nice, but in the end, it's still not enough. It can be a neither. It's a neither. We're going to have so much neither by the end of this. Everyone's going to be like, wow, you should change your name. Fuck you. I would love to. Any arguments thus far? No one's really arguing this. Everyone's... By the time you finish arguing... That's what I like, too. This outcome moves faster. By the time you finish arguing the previous ones... The joke's on you. The N stands for neither. Trash, neither treasure. Trash, neither treasure. Next, Digimon World Cyber Sleuth. Story Cyber Sleuth. There's some trashy aspects to this. There is. There is. It's a Digimon game, so you know I'm supposed to be all like Mr. Oh, I fucking love it, but it hurts. Ooh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad. No. Don't do this to me. Oh, I know I'm going to regret this one later, but guess what? It's trash. Oh! It's trash. I'm so sorry. The paint on your face. It really is, too, because it's like, I like it. This is the thing. Just because it's trash doesn't mean I don't like it or nothing. It just means it's a trash game. This is a trash game. They had a good idea, and then they did everything they could to fuck it up. The music fucking stinks. The cutscenes, the non-animated cutscenes, because the animated cutscenes rule. The non-animated cutscenes, like the dialogue scenes, stinks. The fucking fetch quests fucking stink. There's a lot of fucking stink in that game. So I can't do it. I'm so sorry, Digimon. Next. See, and this is why I'm saying I'm fair. I'm fair. Huh? I'm trying to be fair here. The joy of the Pokemon community. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's tweaking their nipples now. Pokemon's full of bad games. Girls and Panzer Dream Tank match. I will not hear it from anyone. This motherfucker is a treasure. Want to know why? And I argue this. It's not because, oh, I love Girls and Panzer so much. There's so many anime games recently trying to be big budget. You have Kill la Kill If, which was a fighting game. You got One Punch Man. Oh my God, did I have a stroke? One Punch Man to the rescue or some shit like that. A lot of these anime games trying to make games. A lot of anime shows trying to make games. Girls and Panzer was a legit fucking good game. It was a fun game. It was a well put together game. It was a complete game. There's a My Hero. Oh, is there? A bunch of Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, I give a pass to. Those are fleshed out. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're full games. There's so many other games. Like, look at the Konosuba has a mobile game now. Overlord has a mobile game. There's so many fucking these games. They're shallow. They feel empty. They're just cash grabs. Girls and Panzer was a full fucking game. No problems with it. It's a treasure. Absolute treasure. Fucking Gran Turismo Sport. I mean, there's parts of it that are pretty trash. They really fucked up a lot of it. But then they did that Year Arena Fighter suck. What are you referring to? What the fuck? What are you referring to, Ben? Girls and Panzer? What are you referring to? While Ben thinks about what he's thinking of, Gran Turismo Sport did so much shit wrong that you want to say trash. It did the online shit good, though, which is why you want to say treasure. Do you say both? Well, the problem is there was nothing inherently trash. They just did shit wrong. And just because they did that one part good doesn't make it a treasure. It is a neither. It's neither. It's just a fucking game that hopefully they do better on number 7. You know? We did Helltaker. Ooh. Alright, next. King of Fighters 99. It's not trash. There's nothing trash about it. So that pretty much rules out trash in both right there. It's just a solid fighter. Is it a treasure, though? I don't know. I don't think there's anything it does that's like super unique or nothing. It was just a good solid entry to the trash and trash. I feel, wait a sec now, maybe I'm fucking up here. Am I being more critical than I ever did? What's the previous trash? Oh no, this is pretty much par for the course. This is the problem. I go back, I'll look at like previous ratings. You know, tomorrow I'll see the finished rating board from what we did here right now today, and I'll be like disagreeing with myself. You know? And the same thing too, I look back at like last year's, I'm like, oh, I would rate that differently now. But what can you do? But right now, I'd say King of Fighters is just what it is. Just a fighter game. Nothing special, nothing bad. It just is what it is. Left 4 Dead 2. There are so many good fighting games available, but people play trash arena fighters because of the IPs. It's not. Oh, I get what you're saying. Hey, man, neither for Left 4 Dead. No. That's not what I'm thinking. You can argue. If you can put up a good argument, even though I didn't like it, even though I have my opinions, this game is just so important to gaming culture that I'm thinking it's a treasure. Even though I didn't like it. I'd say neither too. Wait a second, am I wrong? I'll put it off to the side, but I'm thinking treasure. Am I wrong? Why are you guys saying neither? Wait a sec now. Wait a sec. The jury's out on this one. Because I'm thinking it's just so important to... Because where did I... Yeah, here we go. Like, I rated Zelda. I think this Ocarina of Time a treasure last year. I didn't like fucking Zelda. but it's so important to the gaming community, you gotta do what you do. Super Mario Bros. 3 was rated a treasure last year. I didn't like fucking Super Mario Bros. 3, but it's important to the fucking... I feel like this is one of those ones where it gets in just on its merit alone. Am I wrong? It's the second one. They didn't really change anything. Alright. Maybe. I don't know. Horror equals trash as flames. Fair. It's not anything new. It's literally just slapped 4 new characters into the game. I'd agree Left 4 Dead 1 is a treasure, but 2 is just the same thing again. See, that's hard to rate now. That's hard to rate. It's a strong argument, but it's one I cannot confirm. Ben says, if it's trash, it's trash. Be brutal. Well, no, because, I mean, we're not... I'm rating... The rankings before are what I feel about the games. This is what the games actually are, so to speak. Like, there is that difference. Like, before is how I feel about the games. The S to F. This is how I would recommend to others the games. There is that difference. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's trash. I didn't have fun playing it. It's not trash. I know that much. I thought it was treasure, and everyone's saying it's like a dirty cash grab. Alricia's saying Left 4 Dead 2 is zombies and a shooter, and I actually enjoy it. It's treasure for that reason alone. Yeah, like I'm thinking is treasure, not an amazing treasure. You know, there's better treasures like there listed. Like look, Twisted Metal 2, fucking fantastic. You know, Ape Escape. There's better treasure, but I do think it's just enough to earn a treasure. I've heard the arguments. Zexios almost sold me on how it's just a slap from number 1. I'd say it's probably is the best game in its genre. Let's stick with treasure. Admittedly, not a great one, but a treasure nonetheless. Next. Oh, Metal Gear Solid, fucking, I don't even want to hear it from you guys. If one of you motherfuckers legitimately thinks Metal Gear Solid is anything less than a fucking treasure, you're high. I don't get it yet. I don't get why you're here. Absolutely treasure. Metal Gear Solid, like I said before, is one of the most well put together games, period. And yes, going back to play it like I did there, I beat it in just 2 days, back to back. Disc 1, Disc 2. I played it. And it's clunky. The controls are time appropriate. And it's still just one of the most... It's the perfect length, fucking like 8 to 9 hours, just boom. It has replayability because as you unlock really broken items as you go forward, like the fucking stealth camouflage, the fucking unlimited bullet bandana, the fucking tuxedo, the fucking ninja suit, the camera. Like there's so much secret shit. There's ghosts in it that you can... One of the best games ever. I don't know why we're talking about it. We all agreed. Everyone's saying, look, treasure, gold dust, absolute treasure. Yeah. Let's not waste time sucking our own dicks on this one. That fucking game rules. Monster Rancher. There's nothing in Monster Rancher that I would call trash. Nothing's broken. It did exactly what it wanted to do. It's just is what it is. So it's not trash, and it's not both. So then you argue, is it truly treasure, or is it neither? Ben says, like, Super Metroid, bad controls, but treasure... Exactly, yeah. It's fucking... Lad says both. Lad, what about Monster Rancher is trash to you where it deserves a both rating? I'll hear your argument. For me, personally, I'm thinking this motherfucker gets treasure rating. Barely. Because of one element that we never got to see, because I emulated it, unfortunately. And that was, you were able, instead of just going and buying monsters to use like I was doing, you were able to go in and take like, yo, hey, look, some other PS1 game, Final Fantasy VIII, my Limp Bizkit CD, put it into the PlayStation, and then it would spin up a fucking creature based on the data. I don't know what the science was behind it, or if it was just random, but it was new. They were trying to do something new. Though what they did was pretty good for their first attempt. I'm thinking treasure. The cover is pretty trash. The cover is heinous. I tried finding a good cover because like you can't even see it. Here, I'll blow it up. You see how this has got like cracks and shit in it? And I'm like, oh, someone uploaded a really shitty render, right? Oh, I would love to find one without the... No, that's the actual cover. The actual cover is meant to have the disc kind of half through it and the weird crackly paper look, and it's not a very good cover. And look at Suezo. Look like he's about to eat that dinosaur. Like, it's not a very pretty cover. I'll agree with you on that. That is horrible. It is a fucking a mean-looking cover. Absolutely, it is atrocious. Whoever the art designer was should have his hands cut off. But since no one's successfully making an argument against it, we're gonna put it in treasure. Not a strong treasure, but it's there. It did enough. We're lacking on trash, huh? Oh, Pathologic. Pathologic is 100% both, I feel. Pathologic is extremely both, I feel. Oh, wait a sec. Virtual monster breeder. That's what they call me. Cold fish. That's what they call me. Virtual monster breeder. Yes. No, Pathologic too. Parts of it are really bad, really broken. And yet, there's something to be said that it's just a treasure. There's no other game in the world like Pathologic 2. Make of that what you will. So I say it's just a strong both. I would be shocked if anyone wants to argue that point with me. Not that I'm saying like I'm right. I'm just saying like, you know, what the fuck? It was what it was. It was. There was parts of it that were shit. And there was parts of it that were spectacularly once in a lifetime sort of deals, you know? Like I said, I like to think of this rating, the neither treasure, both the trash or treasure aspect of it. I like to think of it as my recommendations. And Pathologic 2, I would only recommend to certain people. You know? Only to a select group would I recommend Pathologic 2 to. Ooh, Pokemon Stadium. I don't think there's anything trash about it. A little bit cash grabby, but not really. I think it moves past the trash. As far as it being a treasure or not, I don't think... Ooh, wait a sec. I was getting ready to put this cocksucker in neither, but I'm getting a lot of votes for both. People, if you will please, state your case. Zexia says it was the first of its kind. That's a treasure. But it's also a fucking terrible game. See, I don't necessarily agree it's all that bad. It's basic as fuck. But it's not bad. It's just Pokemon. It's Pokemon. You know? It's as good as Pokemon is, you know? Except for the whole breeding and building shit. Which you had to hook up to bring in fucking guys. Uh-oh. Everyone's all over the place. I'm getting trash votes. I'm getting both votes. No treasure votes. Interesting. Well, you know what? Fuck. It was the first of its kind. And it did get the whole Game Boy, Nintendo 64 hookup to become a thing. It's treasure, but only among Pokemon fans. That's right. I could be swayed to neither as well. It was pretty fucking huge when it came out. Let's be realistic. But, like, treasure? Ugh. People do still think fondly of it nowadays. You know, it was monumental. You know what? It's kind of cash grabby too. I think I am successfully, until they play again in the game challenge. Well, that's true, and that's some shit. I am successfully swayed. It can be a both. It can be a both. I can agree with that. Some fucking good points raised. I thought about it a little harder. It's a bother. That's fine. The game challenge was entirely your fault. Ooh, Arethius is not having it, Zex. You'll never be able to pin him for Pokemon Stadium. I said Battle Raper too. No one went with my vote. Shame on them. Pokemon Unite is just neither. It's nothing stupendously trash about it. There's nothing treasury about it. It's just neither. Fuck it. Next year, Battle Raper then. 2. Not 1. We'll not be able to stream 1, but 2 is fine. Remove the random aspect and experience is far better. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was saying too earlier when I ranked it. The way we play Ion Game Challenge is almost never going to be fun. It'll only ever be fun for the person who chose the game, and even then, because it's just, we're not playing it for fun. We're playing it like it's a race. We're playing it against how we typically would play it. The Ion Game Challenge can take almost any game and make it not fun. So you can't base it on that, you know? But yeah, Pokemon Unite's a neither. Fuck it. It's just whatever, you know? Proteus. Proteus is almost neither too, because it's but there's something to be said. There's something to be said about the fact that you walk around and everything makes music. Everything makes sounds and all comes together in a music track. That's fucking pretty impressive. That idea is impressive. The art is kind of neat. The music, like I said, impressive as fuck. The actual gameplay itself leaves a little bit to be desired. Are we advertising for its removal from our yearly play? What, Ion Game Challenge? No, fuck no. I love that thing. I wish we would do it twice a year. I'm just saying, as far as basing a game on it, yeah, it's never going to be fun. Ion Game Challenge. No, Ion Game Challenge rules. In fact, we already decided, apparently, fucking much to my chagrin, the game for next year that Kagone's going for. Unless he changes his mind between then and now, it looks like it's going to be Super Mario 64. Fucking yuck. I don't have enough game ideas to do it 2 times a year. No, it'd be easy enough. I can make the Ion Game Challenge and the Trash and Treasure Game Challenge, you know? Yeah, Proteus, I think it just misses out being a treasure. It's almost treasure, just because it's a really, really well thought out idea. But it's just something it's a little thin, if you will. Ratchet and fucking Clank. Ratchet and fucking Clank up your arsenal. Sonic should be in treasure, to be honest. Based on what? SFG. Based on what? Well, this is the problem, is that, like I just said, the way when I experienced it, it was shit. But no, this is an example of a wrong opinion. Says Flames. Oh shit. Ratchet and Clank. I hate space shit. I hate space. I hate the cartoon shit, right? But it was what it was. I agree with everyone. I think neither, but like it really was borderline trash. That's how bad of an experience we had with it. Oh, Resident Evil HD remake. Where did we put Resident Evil Director's Cut last time? I'm scanning for it. I'm having trouble finding it. Why can't I find fucking Director's Cut? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, we put Director's Cut last time in both. Treasure, trash, probably trash, both. We put Resident Evil HD remake in both, Director's Cut in last, in both. I'm fucking so tired. I'm stroking out here. I'm getting worried that an actual stroke might be happening. Everyone knows my health issues. Director's Cut, we put in both last year. HD remake, we're gonna put in both. And I'll tell you why. I hate this game, but at least it has to be considered treasure as the start of the series. It's not the start of the series. It's not the start of the series. Zek said that too, and he's fucking wrong. This game came out fucking 8 years after the first one. It's not the start. Yeah, Flames is right. It has nothing to do with the start of the series. You know what this is? And this is the reason why there's the trash aspect to it. It's a dirty fucking cash grab. Let's put out the same fucking code, put a new paint job on it, and release it. Fucking remasters suck my dick. Final Fantasy VIII remaster sucks my dick. All the Pokemon remasters suck my fucking dick. I got tricked into one remaster, the fucking Final Fantasy X-10-2 remaster. Guess what? Sucks my fucking dick. That's the trash aspect of it, right? Now, as far as it being a treasure type thing, it fucking looks good. It looks good. They fixed the music a bit. But in the end, it's still the same as Director's Cut. And thus, Director's Cut was a both. It's a both. It's a both. Okay, then trash it. Exactly. It's a better version of the start of the series. It don't matter. It's not the start of the series, and it's just a dirty remake. Therefore, it can sit in both rot in hell. Resident Evil 4 now. Resident Evil 4 now. Okay. Let's just start sliding it towards trash before I really think this out. I'm touching the mic again. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's making noise when I touch it. I gotta quit doing that. It looks like a stand-up comedian mic, so I just want to grab it and talk into it, you know? Flame says trash. Zek says trash. It's a greatest hit for whatever that's worth. It's true. It's a greatest hit. Actually, I lied. It's both. Well, see, and this is what I'm thinking too. It did a few good things. It not only did it do a few good things, like I said, it revitalized the horror game genre in a nasty way. Admittedly, it made it action horror. It made action horror a thing, but it pumped new life in. It made it viable to keep doing horror, and so for that, it gets a both. Although it's one of those, I don't like it. I don't like the game, but it is a both. A both is a both. You know, that's how I feel at least. Regenerate is one of the scariest things in any horror game. I'll take your word for it because I didn't get that far. I don't know how far I made it into the game. I didn't get very fucking far at all though. Rocket League. Now I like Rocket League a lot, but is it enough to be a treasure? Is it really a treasure? There's nothing trash about it. So it moves past these two. But is it really a treasure? Zach seems to think Rocket League's a treasure, absolutely. Flair says neither. Typically, these types of games, these short, online-y type games, I don't fuck with. But the fact that it's free, it's so fun, it's so customizable, and they don't hit you with too much. Like a lot of free games, they make it so you really gotta fucking pay money to get anywhere. They give you a lot of shit for free. Like more and more, they're starting to slide it more to like they want you to pay, but they've been pretty good for like the last however many years they've been around. Yeah, it's not pay to win. No, exactly. So it gets a treasure, but barely. Like it really shouldn't be a treasure because it's not the type of game that typically is a treasure. But I would recommend it to almost anyone. So take that as you will. How these types of games should be. Yeah, although like I said, it's starting to slide that way. The blueprint thing now is pretty fucking annoying. But so far, I'd still consider it fine. Oh, look, Saturday Night Slam Masters. Oh, Saturday Night Slam Masters. How about that shit? Well, I wouldn't consider it a treasure. I wouldn't consider it treasure. So treasure and both are out. So is it trash or neither? Is how we look at it, right? It was fine, but not trash, but nothing special. Well, this is the thing I'm thinking. It was too simple, the buttons, right? But does that make it trash? I mean, it was time appropriate, right? They only had 2 buttons on that motherfucker. And the difficulty spike was a little fucked. But I think it's just going to be safe in neither. I think it's just neither. I didn't care for it. I wouldn't really say it was fun. No. Maybe when it first came out, it was probably pretty dope. But playing it now, unfortunately, wasn't. It was just too simple, a little too hard, a little too base. Fine, neither, says Flames. He's disappointed. Fucking fine. Ah, Shantae. 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 None of you can actually speak on this because you played this as a game challenge. See, and that's why I'm being fair. That's why I'm being fair. But what did the game challenge change? Because at least you talk games like, say, Donkey Kong. I hated Donkey Kong. That's because I was playing to collect fucking coins and I was having to look around and shit. I wasn't just having fun exploring. The point of fucking, like, so I played it differently than it was supposed to be played. The point of the fucking Silent Slam Masters is to beat guys and move forward and then get through and then defend. We did that. We did that within 2 hours. So we did kind of fucking play the game exactly how it was meant to be played. You know? Watch the way I played the game and watch how you all played. Are you talking like just the way we won our matches? Maybe. As far as Shantae goes, like I said, it does, certain stuff is pretty great. Certain stuff's pretty bad. So you think in both, but I don't think it did either enough to be both. Like, it didn't do anything we did get stuck. That was fucking annoying. We got stuck bad. And it wasn't very clear. And it started an amazingly under-fucking-whelming game series. It still goes today. They're still working on the newest game, and yet people are like, oh, Shantae? Yeah, I've kind of heard of that. I've seen her Rule 34 art. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go neither. It's so much Shantae porn. Because I actually know the names of the characters, like Shantae, and then a lot of Boots or Bootsy or some shit was the pirate. Tons of porn of her. And then there's like a mermaid, a giant mermaid. Tons of porn of her. So much porn of these characters. That shows you how good the characters are loved, you know. But yeah, that specific Shantae didn't do nothing for me. I'm sure the later ones are better. That one there, it's neither. It's just nothing. Oh my god, we're flying through this. We're already in the final quarter here. I already forgot the name of the game. Shenryu. Shenryu. Is it trash? No. Is it both? Also no. Is it treasure? Ooh, bitch. It might be. A lot of people consider it one of the better ones, even though I don't. A lot of people consider it to be one of the better ones. I don't. Because I don't, I think I'm just going to put it in neither. Because I've played better shooter ones. I mean, there's so many fucking good ones. What's one of the best ones there? It's the Duality one where it flips black to white. It got re-released on Switch a couple years ago. Fucking amazingly fun game. There's just so many good shooter games. The side-scrolling shooter ones are great too, like Gray Lancer and fucking what's that Air Force one? Up-Down Shooter 1941 is a great fucking World War II shooter. So many good ones. This one is just neither. It's just neither. A lot of neither this year. We were just kind of playing fun games, not necessarily trash or treasure. Shame on me. Oh, Sly Cooper and Thieves Raccoonus. Hey, lad. Hey, lad. Oh, what do you think of that? Oh, what do you think of that, lad? What do you think of that, lad? Parts of it were really, what he says. Fucking, parts of it were really shit. But parts were really good. It's a both. It's just such a clean both. I'm fine about that. Listen, lad, I'm only saying this just because you're not only are you the biggest Sly fan here, you're the only one here who's actually watched me play Sly. So, Sly 2, Ready? Even though I have problems with it, it is treasure. It was treasury. It was pretty fucking good. Sly 3, ready for this? So I know what you're thinking. I saw Sly 3 a good deal. Oh, fair enough. I take it back. My apologies. Sly 3 was a bit of miasma because I played Sly 1 and 2 and then I took a long break before 3. And so it feels disjointed to me. Because like all of October happened and then a little bit of fucking November even happened. Before I got to Sly 3 finally. I think we were playing Sly 3 in December even. Like, that's how fucking late to the game we were. But no, Sly 3 is neither. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel as good as the other ones. It did certain stuff better. But it didn't feel treasury per se. And it didn't feel, there was nothing trash about it. So it's just neither. So all 3 Sly games get all 3 different ratings. That's fun. If we played the 4th one, we would have something for trash too, because I just heard the story from number 4, and I think it's trash, you know? Here we go, the last couple. Super Mecha Champions. Remember we were saying with Rocket League, it's just so simple, it just is what it is. It's neither. Super Mecha Champions is just neither. There's nothing special about it. It's good. It's not treasury. There's nothing inherently bad about it. You know, it's just average across the board. It's good average, but it's just average. This is tough. I'm a little surprised by you, the 3rd game score, but I'm fine with it. As far as putting it in neither, like I said, it was just average. They took good shit and they did fine with it. But like, remember how I said compared to the first one, the second one's art was great, story was great, music was great, and the gameplay felt great, but the difficulty was kind. And remember I said the 3rd was opposite. That's what happened. The 3rd, all that great stuff got dialed back, and then they pushed what was bad in number 2 better. And what do you get? You get an average game. Should have stuck with wabi sabi. I always talk about wabi sabi. So the imperfection is what makes something beautiful. And when you make something with no imperfections, it's average. It's fucking boring. You know. Speaking of average, we said this too. The Dawn, we played the early access version. There's a newer version, it's much different, right? Unfortunately, I can only judge it on the early access. And the one we played, the gameplay and the art was fucking good. Really good. The story was incoherent because the translation was broken, right? And the music was fucking just typical dog shit, awful, like techno-y future fucking shooter, like, you know. So, and it was kind of broken in early access, right? So it gets both. Although I'm thinking of probably playing it again this year now that it's fully fleshed out. It's a proper game. We shall see. I'm pretty excited for that. Just 3 games left. 3 games left for the TNT Awards 2021. Is everyone excited? I hope so. My fucking voice is gone. Wizardry. I'm not even thinking about it. That's trash, man. I'm almost fucking wanting to go back and rate it an F after fucking Lad reminded us that they put 2 dungeons in the game and they paywalled, however you want to call it, a third of the first fucking of 2 dungeons for like $10. Oh, it's frustrating, but it's trash. That's such trash. It's so fucking trash. Next is Looney Tunes back in action. It's trash. But let me be specific here. That's the same rage I have when I talk about Twitch and ads. Where you start cursing on Arena of Arethius. With Arethius. I hear Near music. Oh, do you? Is that what we're playing right now? I forgot. Thank God I put music on. I couldn't imagine what this be. Oh, Pascal. That's a fucking good tune with the kids singing. Hunting and hosting. I love that fucking tune, man. It's a jam. Wouldn't it be great? I don't have my headphones on, obviously, as people can see. Wouldn't it be great if it was in time? I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't. It wouldn't help anyway. My fucking shit's on a delay. Ending C after I finish Ender Lilies. I'll take your word for it, man. I'll be there. That ending, I don't want to hype it up. But I'll say it every fucking time. That could be one of the fucking best endings to a game I ever fucking experienced in my life. It fucked me up I didn't play video games for like fucking 5 days after I beat it. I just kind of like it fucking like I was just like, wow. I'll never get to the problem is this too. I can go and play it again. I'll never get to experience it again. The first time you experience it, especially if you, that's too spoilery, but just the first time you get to experience it, you'll never get back again. It's amazing. It is fucking amazing. A switch between loving and hating this song. How could you? This fucking song beats, man. Them fucking kids. I didn't know if I can take an emotional blow like that at the moment. I know what you're saying. I would wait a bit because it's that game comes at you, man. That ending C, like I said, there's 27 endings to that game, A through Z. When you beat C, fuck the rest of the endings. Okay, you get what I'm saying? And I'm not even like that's just the way it is. Without spoilering, I think even Flair can, like, remember guys, no spoiling for Zexius, but I think everyone here can agree. Once you beat C, man, the rest of it don't matter. In fact, life kind of fucking takes a don't matter, you know? It's heavy. I'm trying to remember failing miserably. Well, it depends too. Without spoilering, Flames, it depends, right? You know, you got some choices in that game. You get what I'm saying, bro? Anyway, Looney Tunes, I rate trash because it's based on it's just a movie fucking grab. They didn't do a very good job at it. The story makes no fucking sense, etc., etc., etc. It's trash. Do I think it's like the worst game ever made? No. But it is trash. That's all there is to it. And then finally we end. It was trash. It just what it was. What it was. It was just trash. That's all. I'm not saying it's like it's Sonic 06 levels of trash. But it is trash, you know? I remember like the concepts where the characters stand, but specifics, no. I don't even, that's already, where Zex is at the game, that's even already giving him too much. Let's stop talking Nier Automata. Let's just stop talking Nier Automata. Alright? The ending is so good, but you gotta go into it without spoilers of any kind. Let's just stop talking about it. I want him to experience the fucking life-changing thing I had when I played that. Even that's too hype. Don't even think. Sex, quit listening. Quit listening. Alright. We're on to Isaac now. Right? Forget everything you heard. Isaac. Now, like I said, the actual gameplay itself, holy shit, a lot of trash rolling in. The gameplay itself was pretty good. I like that fucking twin shooter shit. I like the item grab. It's absolutely not trash. Guys, that's like that shit where people say, like, you know, oh yeah, do you remember in Godfather 2 when Marlon Brando says, "I'm the Godfather now"? And then someone will reply, "He never said that." That's like that. It's absolutely not trash. You know? Isaac is not trash. It's neither. It's a game. My thing is this. It might be neither. It might be neither because of this. I like the gameplay, right? But I hate the fucking art and story, right? And so you're thinking, okay, it's both. But just because I like the art and just the story itself, those aren't treasure or trash things, right? And so it while it's both, it's not enough of either to be actually both. And so I think it fucking goes neither. Now I'm gonna put it here because I think I just saw Zex wants to defend it. Where did it say here? Aretha says Isaac is not trash, it's neither. It's a game. Yeah, I read that. I can defend why it is in fact a treasure. Not me being biased for it either. Zexios, you have the floor. The final game of the 2021 Trash and Treasure Awards. Zex is gonna make a fucking plea for fucking Isaac here. Aretha starts laughing. This guy, Flaring, says, your obsession is not a valid argument. All right, so here we go. Argument time. Zex says, okay, so you know how many different roguelikes I've played? Basically all of them. This is true, and it's not biased. Without bias, Zex has played a shitload of roguelikes. Continue your non-biased opinion. Although I like how you say in your non-biased opinion, the very first thing you say is you go, you know how I, in your fucking words, you go in and you introduce yourself to it. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Isaac is the only one, says Zex, that has the way of combining items into unique power-ups. It is truly innovative in the world of roguelikes, and it stands out because of it. It's extremely balanced now since the latest patch, says Zex. What's the fucking game? I'm thinking Gothic, but it's not Gothic. What is the fucking game? By the way, does anyone know Gothic? Anyone remember that game? That game fucking rules. Fucking hard as shit. They're making a remaster of it too, and it fucking stinks. God, people need to cut it with the remaster shit. What's the game I'm thinking of? It's not Gothic, it's the other one. Not that. Not Gothic. God, not Gothic. Yeah, no. Nope. I'm going to make a very strong point here as soon as I find it. Because I want to get the game right. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Arx Fatalis. Does anyone remember the game Arx Fatalis? Arx Fatalis, you wake up with amnesia. You're in a world that's underground because the sun died. And so everyone fled underground. It's a PC game. And so because the sun died, everyone fled underground. You wake up with amnesia in the underground world, and you start going through the process of like figuring out who the fuck you are, going through the world. And there's fighting in it, but there's magic in it too. Right? And the magic, while clunky, you were able to fucking combine spells together to make new spells, and it was endless. It was endless. You know what's another game that did that really well too? Was remember Thief? Before Thief, there was a magic game where you were like a wizard's apprentice, and the wizard like puts a succubus in your head, and once again, anything you want to do magic wise, you can combine it. So I'm not fucking impressed by you being able to take two fucking items in fucking Isaac and go, ugh, teardrops, blood eyes, blood eye drops, you know? And that's just how the game, every game should be. Have you not fucking, okay, never mind. I was going to say, have you not, it's not just two items. No, but you know what I'm saying, right? Look at Final Fantasy VII. I know you don't like Final Fantasy, but look at the materia in Final Fantasy VII. You get slots in your weapons, and you can combine materia as much as you want, depending on how many slots you have in your weapon, as long as they're connected, to do all sorts of magical shit. People make some really game-breaking shit. So, Yeah, it might be a newer element for roguelikes. That's a very old element for gaming, though. You know, I'm not impressed per se. Now, maybe you can re-explain it. Maybe you can, but I'm just saying, the combining two different things into one new thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're not selling me. If innovation is the barometer of treasure, the Wii is the most treasured console ever. Is it not? Everyone loves the Wii. No one hates the Wii. Difference is that when Isaac was done... Oh, sorry. But the difference is what Isaac has done for roguelikes is worlds better than what the Wii did, says Zex. Ooh. Ooh. Flame says, I know the name and actually own it. Never played more than 5 minutes. Of Arx Fatalis? You should. It's the magic system sucks, the way they implemented it, how to use it, but how to combine it, shit's great. Fucking, and the twist at the end, it's pretty good. I like it. It's a pretty fun little twist. Never heard of that. Mostly because it wasn't compatible with my PC. Oh, fair enough. Magica does that too, which is super cool. Maybe Magica's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one before Thief, right? That sounds like it might be the one I'm thinking of. Metal Gear Solid 3 did more as a video game innovation than Isaac. All right, lad, let's be fair here. What did Metal Gear Solid 3 innovate? It was a really great game. Really great game. Probably one of the better Metal Gear Solids ever. What did it innovate? I'm being fair. No, Magica's like within the last 10 years. Oh, that can't be it. That can't be it. Gothic. Oh, Gothic, man. You should play Gothic. You should figure out a way to play Gothic. Gothic fucking rules. But let's be real. If I was rating Gothic, it would be in the both section. Because it fucking has a lot of trash in it. But I like it. I like that kind of trash. Magica. I'll be checking that out. I'm going to open that right now. And put it in my bookmark. I'm going to check that shit out later. Thank you. Yeah. I'm just waiting on Lad here. We'll finish the Isaac thing as soon as Lad explains to me what it innovated. I'm putting Lad on the spot. Stand by your opinion, Lad. I think that's multiplayer too. Oh, Ion Community. I like how everything now, we can't just like, me and you can't just play a game now. Like, oh, hey, let's just do this together. Now everything's got to be fucking Ion Community Night. You know? Fuck that. I want to play fucking Crossout right fucking now. You know? I think Lad, we'll give Lad a second. We'll give Lad a time to explain his opinion. As far as Isaac goes, though, like I said, elements of it are trash, man. I'm hearing this fucking plea, this absolute basic plea for treasure. I'm just fucking, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it's truly a trash game. It's a game I don't like, but there's nothing trash about it. It's a little edgelord. That's pretty trash. It doesn't do it. Oh, wait a sec. I got nothing. Okay. I like Lad. I got nothing. But Isaac is not as important a video game as Zach said it was. Fair. Fair. But the roguelike genre, Zach says, the roguelike. How big is the roguelike genre, really? No, I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's enough about it that's truly trash, enough about it's truly treasure. I think it's just a neither. I think it's just a stinky neither. I don't like it, but people do. Quite big now, actually, I'm sure, because it is an easier one to fuck the roguelikes. How do you not like Lad and his bluntness? Fuck you and fuck what you like. And they can't find a better name for the genre, like Metroidvania. I hate Metroidvania. Roguelikes is an awful name. Metroidvanias is a fucking awful name. Stupid genre names. I know, right? Like RPG. All right, sounds good. ARPG. You're losing me. MMORPG. Shut up. Can't you just call it an online game? Like, you really... Fuck. Yeah, I like Metroidvanias too. Now, Zex is flawed. The boy ain't right. He is flawed. Hollow Knight, Ender Lilies, Axiom Verge. Ender Lilies looks pretty alright. Like I said, it looks like someone... It's like my thing earlier. It's like someone in Japan came up with a fucking very Japanese game and then told someone in America about it, and an American guy just drew it in his style and said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It looks like it should be a Japanese game, but then you look at the art assets and shit, and you're like, yeah, this isn't Japanese. I wonder if that makes sense. This boy is not correct. Yeah, exactly. Hollow Knight is much better than that. That's the one where you're the little fucking dark tree world and you're the little glowy guy, right? Yeah, people like that game a lot. But I'm putting it in neither. It's neither. Sitting here humming and hawing about it. I'm humming and hawing. Nah, it's fine. It's fine as a neither. It feels fine as a neither. Little bug dude. Alright, little bug dude. Fair, fair, fair. I know it roughly. I know it a little bit. Zex is now eternally damning your soul. I hope not. And with that, we can close the door on 2021. It's true. It's pretty soon. It's going to be fucking January 16th, 2022 for me, in an hour and 7 minutes. And it feels like we dragged out this for too long. I kind of wanted to get this done like the first weekend of fucking January. But here we are. I'm glad to get it done. I can finally move on. I can move on to new, better things. See, I'm not going to hold a grudge. See, I'm not mad. I'm not fucking shaking with rage. I'm not furious right now. He's stabbing a fucking voodoo doll of me with a fucking knitting needle. You cunt, that hurts. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not shaking with rage. Oh, fucking, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we can move on now. And since I like this crew we got here. I feel a rant coming on his next stream. I can't wait. I'm gonna slide in there. He keeps talking about how he's gonna do Ape Escape and shit. You know he's gonna like want to talk bad about it just to fuck with me and my self-esteem. Ah, look, man. You know, I said it was interesting, but now that I'm actually playing it, this fucking stinks. I don't like it. The music sucks. I mean, I'm trying to play a game, and here I'm sitting here tapping my foot. That's annoying as fuck. I don't want to be sitting here listening to music when I'm just trying to fucking tear it apart. You know? Why is he chasing monkeys? Huh? Didn't they learn after Harambe, like, you should just leave him alone? Well, this game is offensive. Holy fuck, Sex. Leave it be. I talked enough shit about Digimon. It's true. That's true. Digimon took a shellacking, but I expected it to. I'm fine with it. That said, if you want to join the Ion Digimon tournament, you let me know, Buttercup. We'll fucking get her done. We'll get her done. But yeah, no. I think by sometime this week, upcoming week here, I'm going to put out a poll on. Yeah, but Trash says Digimon's a bad game. No. Batterytheus. I said it's a broken game. I said it's got trash elements, but it's a great fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it fucking rules. You know, Taco Bell is a bad food for you, right? It's made of awful shit. It's put together sloppy. I love Taco Bell. You know? Fucking, it's different. The semantics is different. That's not what you said on the podcast. What, as far as Trash and Treasure goes? No, that's what I'm saying. Ape Escape is one of the most well put together games going. It rules. Like, there's very little wrong with Ape Escape. The most you can say, the voice acting sucks, quality wise. Although it becomes camp and I kind of love it. You know, Digimon on the other hand has glitches out the ass. It's so fucking bad that it actually corrupts your memory card names and shit. You can literally brick your fucking console if you use the jukebox in the North American version. The math is impossible to understand. I love it. It's a bad game, but I don't think it's you get what I'm saying? The game is bad, but it's a good game. You know? You know? It's like watching a snow game in the NFL, right? The score, the plays are bad, but it is highly enjoyable to watch, therefore making it a good game. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Fucking did I do the fucking video game to Aretheus text to speech thesaurus there to fucking right, that's my point. Your opinion of Digimon World does not match Zex's opinion of Isaac. So him trashing it doesn't have the same effect. Okay. For I am willing to admit that Digimon has flaws. I just don't like it being called necessarily I don't think it's a bad game. I love this game that is flawed. Bad is too general of a word, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking for semantics. I love Digimon World. Bandai Namco, if you want to fucking throw me some sort of sponsorship, the fucking Digivice watch you're making now, anything. I'll take the fucking Digimon themed step counter. I'll take it. I'll take it, motherfucker. You know, hit me up. I gotta believe. No, you're thinking of Parappa, lad. You're thinking of Parappa as I gotta believe. And then Unjam Ralami was Dojo Casino. It's all in the mind. Now we're just talking PS1 jargon. No one here plays PS1 except for like fucking me and Lad. All the rest of these fuckers are Nintendo nerds. What was I gonna say? Yes, this week before we stream next Friday, I'm gonna put up not a poll, but like an opinion getter. You'll be able to vote, but it's not like there's a right answer. It's not like it'll change anything. It's just I would like some information as far as what my viewers are looking for. What's a PS1? Exactly, I played PS1. Played PS1 in 2004. It doesn't count. You haven't played PS1 till you've played fucking Beyblade, fucking Final Fantasy, fucking Mega Man X. That's what playing PS1's about. Lad says, I just recently picked up some PS1 demo discs. Did you now? Anything good? Anything good, baby cakes? You think about that and write that while I fucking finish my thought here. I haven't played any of those. You need to... Let's put it this way. You say you played PS1. How many games on the PlayStation Classic, that 20-game emulator they sent out, did you actually play? Right? And if you can say like you've played even 4 of them, I'll concede my point. I'll take off my hat to you. My PS1 hat, if you will. But no, this week, like I said, I'm going to put up a kind of a poll type thing where people can vote. It's not going to really change anything. It's not like there's a right or wrong answer. I would just like some information as far as what I'm going to do with my stream this upcoming year. So please be sure to get in on that. Also, I'm not even going to announce that, but I got some plans as far as some other shit again on top of streaming and YouTube that I want to start trying. We shall see. Podcast. Fucking, I was hoping to do this fucking at the end of last year. Here I am fucking, it probably won't be till like the end of fucking February now. But with the mic set up, we saw yesterday, the mic works. I no longer have echo finally. It means it's on. It's happening now. So that's going to be awesome. What else? There's one other thing I wanted to announce. Oh yes. I was going to officially announce it today, but everyone is pretty much done for the day. So tomorrow, in the Ion Discord, which I think was already just announced. Yeah, it was announced 2 seconds ago, but I'm announcing it again. The Ion Discord, we're going to be doing the second ever Eggstravaganza, except this time I'm going to be hosting it, and thus I get to change the rules. And since this is my stream, I'm going to announce what the fuck it is. While everyone's doing their things. There was a Final Fantasy VII theme demo disc I got. That fucking sounds cool. I'm not into Final Fantasy VII, but I do appreciate that shit. Zex is going to look at the list in the meantime. Flair, you have no faith, but if this makes you feel any better, I had fucking Aretheus pretty much fact check, if you will, all my shit. Like, it was workshop through Aretheus. I didn't just choose some shit. All right, here we go. Zexus says Spyro, Silent Hill 1 and 2, Gran Turismo, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Resident Evil 2, Resident... You know what? Fair enough. I take my hat off. Zexios, I take it back. Zexios knows Sony. Zexios knows Sony. There you go. See, I'm fair. I'm fair. I almost wanted the PlayStation Classic just for the case. I was going to rip it out and put my own Raspberry Pi in it. RE Director's Cut. Was RE Director's Cut on that fucking thing too? No, wait a sec. I'm talking like the PlayStation Classic emulator. There's no way they had both Silent Hill 1 and 2 on there. No. Something's wrong. Wait a sec. I'm taking it back. Something's wrong. What the fuck? There's no way they had 1 and 2. They only had 20 games on the fucking emulator. There's no way they had 1 and 2. I can see them having 1 or 2. Right? And Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Wait a sec. No. The list is wrong. Here we go. That looks like the fucking list. Yeah, Toshinden. Yeah, Cool Borders. Ooh, Cool Borders 2? I prefer Cool Borders 4. But Cool Borders 2 is fine. Destruction Derby, great game. Final Fantasy 6? 7. Sorry, my math is wrong. Final Fantasy 7 makes sense, yeah. Grand Theft Auto, the first one. Wow, Grand Theft Auto 2 is better, in my opinion. Intelligent Cube. Whoa, really? Oh, I love Intelligent Cube, that rules. Jumping Flash, I never played that. Metal Gear Solid, fantastic. Mr. Driller, never played it. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, I know everyone's gonna hate me. I never played it. I have no interest. Rayman, I never played. Resident Evil Director's Cut, I've played. Revelations Persona. I did not play that one. I played the Shin Megami Tensei Persona, or whatever you pronounce it. That's the one I played. Ridge Racer Type 4, of course, amazing game. Super Puzzle Fighter 2, rules. Siphon Filter, hard, but I did play it. Hard, though. Tekken 3, I definitely played a couple Tekkens. I'm sure I played 3. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I never played the first one. I played the second one, never the first one. The first Twisted Metal, that's kind of weird. And Wild Arms. Wild Arms is good. I played Pro Skater on the Game Boy. I can imagine what that's like. Where's the game list for that? I've played quite a few of those. GTA, MGS, RE, Ridge Racer, Siphon Filter, Twisted Metal. Damn, I forgot about Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter, that's what I said too. Siphon Filter, I love that game. I fucking downloaded all like the first 3. I even have the guidebook for number 2 because I like Siphon Filter. Remember you could shoot out the lights in it? It was just amazing game. I played number 2 just recently, right? Like fucking maybe 6 months ago. Boy, does that not hold up. Siphon Filter fucking stinks. I don't know how the fuck I had so much fun with it. Not even worth getting into. That's a whole nother thing. I was very disappointed with Siphon Filter. It did not. It aged like a woman's cunt. Sorry. That was more offensive than even I wanted to be. I was going to say bread, and I was like, what's something edgy I could say? I take it back. That's not a funny joke. It ages like a fucking bread. That fucking shit aged like a car loan, okay? Like, it fucking stunk. I feel bad. Well, you know I'm getting tired when I retract the joke. Like an egg, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like a Popeye's chicken bone on the ground. Oh, wrapped in a pair of jeans. Yes, here we go. I want to tell you guys about the extravaganza because I'm hoping everyone here will get involved. And then tomorrow I'll make an official post for all the day walkers in the Ion Game Corner, all those little kids and their Betty by time. So what we're going to be doing is pretty much the same thing as last year, same format as far as everyone gets random team of eggs that hatch, and it is random. I'm not fucking with that part. Retheus loves his randomizers. I stuck with it. We're doing it. So it's truly random eggs. Everyone gets a bunch of eggs, more than 6, 2, and that's going to be important because what happens is that once everyone is given a little short time to set up, train their guys how they want it, level 50 battles, all that shit, all the same thing as last year. We go in. Everyone's going to face everyone once, right? And every time you lose, you have to get rid of one of the Pokemon. Not just out of the 6 you use, but out of your whole team. One of your Pokemon has to go every time you lose, right? And then once everyone's battled everyone, there's a tournament to finish the winner of like the top half. You know, super simple, but different. The death mechanic, because then you start thinking, well, holy shit, This guy's tougher than me. Do I go in at him with a full team, right, and take him out with my whole roster, or do I save him to the last and like try and use my full team on the easier guys and then go and give up at the end, right? It gives you some fucking, there's a lot more strategy involved, right? So, and it could be interesting too, depending, you know, you get rid of a fucking, oh, you know what, I don't need this guy, I'm getting rid of him now, and then it turns out the other guy got rid of a foil. Now you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't get rid of my guy. Much better and less gruesome than I was thinking. It's fucking clean. It's different, which I like. It's different, and it invites the Digimon aspect, which it doesn't really, but I just like bugging people about that. Where the death mechanic, right? I was expecting permadeath upon fainting. No. I don't know how you would implement that. There's too much honor, and I don't trust a lot of these Pokemon guys as far as I can throw them. You know? But yeah, so that's the Egg Extravaganza 2 that I'm proposing. I'm hoping to, like I said, get it officially announced tomorrow. I might film a little video and re-explain it even. Post it in Ion Discord. And from now till February, I'll be taking entrance. Hopefully we'll get enough, I'm hoping. The problem is that usually like Arethius or even Flare yourself, people who are more involved with Pokemon do these events, so people trust you guys. Here's me, who has a slight tinge of anti-Pokemon, and so me putting on a Pokemon event, I can see people going, ah. And so I'm just hoping we get enough participants. I'd hate to let Ion down in that way. I don't hate Pokemon, you know, but it's got a lot of baggage that I don't like, and I'm not willing to just go, oh, I like Pokemon. You know, are the eggs already bred, or do you need more? No, we're all set there. Well, we think we're all set. It depends on entrance. I'll keep you on the dial. But right now, it should be all set. I think we have 97 or 98 fucking sitting there waiting to go. Because the thing is, you have to have more than 6. Because, I mean, shit, if you only had 6, you lose one fight. All right, I'm going into battle with 5 guys. That wasn't going to be fair. So we had to give them some extras. But I think I have it dialed up more or less where it'll still be competitive. Even if you lose a bunch, you'll still be able to hold in for a long time, you know, if I did my math right. But we shall see. I'll keep you on hold in case I do. But yeah, so be sure to check the eye on Discord for that. And yeah, that's it. And I'll announce the other stuff later. Be sure to check out the YouTube next week. Next Friday, where I'm releasing the next video. Once again from that fucking Mario Kart thing. It'll be the final one from the Vortex Blazer stream. There's not much Vortex Blazer in it. There's a lot more of just Zexios yelling and Noodle in turn yelling back. So enjoy that. Fun stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so glad people showed up. That's my big thing with this. Can you imagine doing this with just like me and Lad here? You know, or not even that? It would be fuck. So yeah, next week video. Tomorrow, Egg Extravaganza 2. Check out my streams, or my streams. I'm so tired. Check out my YouTube. So that's where it started. A little bit, because there's 2 comments. Can I spoil it now? Should I spoil it? I'll spoil it now, and you can listen to it for yourselves tomorrow. There's 2 comments that go, oh. And it's not the Gary Whitta ones in the previous video. The 2 comments are this. One, it is said that, oh fuck, we got rid of Vortex and we got you now, another shouty, yelly, angry person. Okay. And then 2, oh great, we get rid of Vortex Blazer, now I'm the fucking punching bag again, am I? Oh. Oh. I'd like to see how this turns out. It really is. That really is kind of the. If you know kind of the background, you know there was already cracks happening even before the Diablo one beforehand, but that one is where it started coming to the public and you're like, oh shit. Oh snap. So keep an eye out for that. That should be interesting. That'll be next Friday. We'll all have a laugh at that, hopefully. And be sure to check the eye on Discord. I already plugged that a couple times now. Tons of people lurking, you know, and I always upload the TNT Awards to YouTube, so there will be eyes on this. I'm not just fucking selling myself to the same people who already know, who are already sold on my shit. And thank you everyone, whether you were in chat or whether you were just, like I said, watching quietly. And yeah, you have a good one. Thank you for checking me out. I'll see you all next weekend. Hopefully I'll see you in Discord, no less. Till then, you have a good one. And it feels like I'm missing something on my goodbye, but no one to raid. I already plugged everything. It is what it is. And thank you guys for fucking hanging out with me in chat. The ones actually in chat too. I doubly appreciate you for fucking helping me get through this 4 hours. I can't believe it was 4 hours after all that. Holy shit. Later now. Bye-bye.